And then it abruptly ends. What's up, y'all? All right. Let me get some screens pulled up, y'all. I'm gonna give it just a minute here because a couple minutes early. I was prepping this time. wasn't trying to be wasn't trying to be late, or I come up here and then this shit doesn't work like I want it to. So let's get it rocking here. Let's get a chart pulled up. Let's get a chat screen pulled up. Word. Sweet. Thank you, Ricky. No, I back tested this shit firsthand, bro. I was over here like for 30 minutes making sure this stuff was going to be solid. I wasn't going to do it if it wasn't going to be solid. I was going to get irritated again and shit like I did last time. I am running at 3,100 gigabytes per second. Could barely get 2,500 last time. That's all right. All right. We got the camera on. Rock and roll. Let's get it. I got my drink out because y'all know what's going to happen. Mistakes have been made. When mistakes are made, shots are done. No games played here. Fix my camera a little bit, y'all. Got the shirt on. I seen some of y'all got the shirts. Represent. I think I've got 20 something to give away. Whatever else comes, whoever else buys anything, we will continue to add to the pot to be given away at the 18th of next month. I think it's the 18th, right? What did I put for the giveaway date? Let me see if I can find it. What did I put for the giveaway date? I think I put the 18th. Whatever. If it's not on there, that's when it's going to be. 18th, we'll give away the XRP to somebody, and I give away XRP even though I don't have much of it anymore because it's the fastest and the easiest to give away. All right, so let's start by being real here. This is again the Old Faithful Old Smoky Moonshine. I'm slowly working the bottle down. It's death water. Oh, I can smell it already. Son of a bitch. Bro, we have all the misfits in the house, Darth. 11 people on already. What's up, Harvey? What we got? We got Pepper. We got Jeremy, my cousin. We got Ricky. We got Frank, the Tank. We got Darth Sniper in here. We got Harvey. We got Papa Nick. He just got him a fresh ass shirt. I seen it. He got the blue assassin shirt. It's dope. We got EJ in here. 13 people on. All right. Let's just get this shit over with. Why am I taking this shot? Well, I'll just show you. So long as this chart continues to look like this, I let everybody down. So, pour one out for CRV. Whew. Boy, it's going to be a long Wednesday. I can tell. Damn. All right, let me wash that down real quick because that shit's going to burn. All right. So, real quick, let's go over some stuff. It's past 11 o'clock now, so if you ain't in here, you was late. And the market doesn't care whether we're late or not. The market keeps going on with or without us. We got to be ready for it. If you're late to this, what else are you late to? Like, you can't be late to the party. All right. I got the message sent out to the entire Telegram group. Got the message out on Twitter. Anybody else wants to share and knock yourself out? This is public. All right. So let's shoot over to Bitcoin real quick because we're all waiting on it to do its thing, and we all know that. We'll start with the regular Bitcoin chart. I got a nice little pen. You see, I don't have any indicators pulled up. That's because in a little bit we're going to go over a new indicator. Gamer was cool enough to shoot it to us and tell us about it. So we're going to go over that indicator and talk about how it works, exactly what it does. It's actually really neat. It's multiple indicators built in one, similar to the EZ 3+1+1 indicator, where we have 3 different types of strategies all combined together. Well, the Rain on Me indicator is really no different than that. It's just a little more complicated to look at because it's like almost like a nerd speak indicator, if that makes sense. It's like a super nerd made it. And I actually contacted the guy who made it. He messaged me back, but it was kind of hard to understand him. So he seemed pretty cool though. He was answering other people back, and he was answering me back, but it's like broken English. I think it's his second or third language. So, but these smart people though. So anyway, Bitcoin is still doing its thing. It got sniped at 786 right here. We thought this might happen. Why did we think this might happen? Because there's a monthly resistance line right here. This monthly resistance line caught Bitcoin. Again, just like when it was on its way up, it got hung up. On its way down, it's getting hung up. There was a big head and shoulders over here, but there's another little head and shoulders right here. Okay? It's forming up. It'll do its thing. It's making another shoulder right here, and it's going to come on down and poke its head out all the way down here to the ugly stick, all right? We got to ride it out. It's still floating around in between fibs here. We can go down to maybe the 4 hour and give it a look. Hey, what's up, James? I think this is your first time joining in on the stream. Good to see you, my brother. James is a big Forex guy. That's where I got my start. James is smart as shit. He knows what he's doing. He seems to be very precise with what he's talking about, which is good. We'd like to see that. And I think Alpha Blue may be joining us at some point. I've seen he got messages that I sent him here, so if we see him on here, awesome too. I've seen his charts over on the dark side, and it seemed like he was applying some technical analysis to the charts, which is usually few and far between, which is awesome to see. What's up, Mr. Phibb? The whale amongst whales. You and Tim are the whales. Yeah, Andrew's been, I've been talking to him. His phone finally shit the bed. When y'all see me saying, hey, what's up, bro? The Envied is Alpha, by the way. When y'all see me say Andrew's phone was playing Sandstorm, I'm not joking. So he would hold his phone up, and the bottom half of his screen was going, it's fucking flickering the lights on like it was Sandstorm. No joke. So he was still charting with that thing. he had his damn little pen out and he was charting. I'm like, how can you even see what you're doing? He's like, I've got used to it now. Well, it finally completely shit the bed on him. And his girlfriend needed a laptop for work. So he didn't have a chance to comment much, but he's been talking to me about it using his work phone. But we're limited to our data on our work phones, so he can't really get on here and talk too much. So, one of them things. He's still waiting on his phone to come in. He ordered another one. So he's been around. We were shooting the bull the other day when I was making those Photoshop pictures that I made. He was sitting right beside me the whole time. I think we didn't do anything Thursday or Friday at work, so that's what we were doing. We were sitting there charting, and I had we were at a school, and I had a big screen pulled up, and all the school's empty, by the way. So they had these screens that are on wheels that they use to do seminars and stuff. Well, I just pulled one up and stuck it in my laptop and had the damn 50-inch TV up behind me. And we were doing Photoshop pictures on that. It was really fun. We didn't do nothing at work that day. Anyway, I moved down to the 4 hours so you can see it's a little better. We got a head and shoulders forming right here. One. And a head and another shoulder coming in over here. Why did I draw it that high? Because I think that's how high it's going to go. It's hard to say, but we're making lower highs and lower lows here on the big time frames. That shit's not good. That's a sign of downtrend. So we're going to have to ride this out. I don't do Elliott waves. I've seen nothing but Elliott waves for the past, I don't know how long. People talking about what's going to happen. Problem with Elliott waves is you just can't trust the depth. You can, there's some validity to the way it works. But the applications are so scattered. The validity is hard to find. Well, I've got a problem with that. So if it's not consistent, I really don't want to do it. If it's not going to get us, 65 to 75% consistency, in my opinion, it's just not worth rolling with. If you see me looking to the left, because I got the YouTube chat pulled up on the left so I can see over here, and I'm just using the regular webcam. I'm still waiting on the computer parts. I actually talked to another guy about it, and he's like, just wait till the end of October, and you could build the same computer for a couple $100 cheaper. So that's what I'm going to do. James right here said, I've found that Elliott waves don't work for crypto. You know what? Exactly, James. The thing is, it's confirmation biased. When you're using an Elliott wave, you're immediately looking for confirmation biased. You're immediately trying to find the spot where you think the waves did something. And in my opinion, you never ever want to look for confirmation biased. You always want to prove yourself wrong. You're not looking for something to find yourself to be right. That's a problem that I have with all Elliott wave people, and a problem I have with all fractal readers. You're looking for something to be right. We don't want to be right. We want to find a way to be wrong and then disprove it. Okay? We don't want to be right and then have a bunch of people tell us why it's wrong and then say, I don't know, man, I just trust my read. Well, why? You got a lot of other people screaming at you that that's a bad idea. So, it's just Elliott waves, man. It's just Elliott waves. I get it, but I think Elliott waves work better for downtrends, honestly. And if that's the case, then we shouldn't be looking for using them for anything up. James says right here, Elliott waves is just another tool in the box, another weapon in the arsenal. Absolutely. I think if we're going to use Elliott waves, it has to be on either a really small trend or the really massive trend, okay? But you have no in between. And who knows how long that'll take. That's another problem with the Elliott wave. It leaves me something to be desired either way. I don't like the inconsistency. Inconsistency bothers me when chart reading. Just does. Anyway, so you see our head and shoulders here on the small time frame. It's got a little bit of an ascending rise to it right here. So it's not exactly coming in perfectly even, but the neckline is right at 886. Flirting with 786, 886 right here. We're flirting with disaster. Like I was saying earlier, alpha, envy, these two fibs right here, the 786 and the 886, we found, after looking at thousands of charts, that once you cross this 786 and 886 lines, once you cross these two, there's a 75% chance you go down here to one of these three. That's just all there is to it. These three fibs right here, the 1272, the 1414, and the 1618, are our profit lines. That's what they're there for. These are our profit stopping points. We're looking for a 786, 886 break. When we get that, we get this dip every single time. Now, you're not always sure which one of these profit lines is going to hit down here. That comes down to where your resistance lines are. If your resistance lines are in the correct spot, if you've got them close anyway, you usually get a immediately idea. Like right here, you see this fib that I pulled from here up to the top right here is slowly working its way down. It's about to break 786, 886. And when it does, it's coming down to one of these lines. Which one do I think it's coming down to? Well, I'll show you. Let me get this shit out of the way first so we're not getting a jumbled mess here. My drawing skills leave something to be desired on TradingView. I'm a lefty using a right-handed mouse, so sue me. All right, so I always draw boxes around my targets because it's really difficult to get a snap, dead-on, perfect tits call. But if we can get within 1% of where we're looking for, I think that's awesome. So I like to draw boxes for profit zones. So you'll see me post a chart all the time, and the box will be there, and I'll have multiple boxes drawn or whatever, because sometimes I'm not really sure which box it's going to hit. But here I see some resistance right here on the daily, or some support. I'm sorry, some support. Let me just draw one in right quick so I can say I know it's there. Right about here, and we'll make that one pink. You see a red line on my charts, that means monthly resistance. You see a pink line, that means daily resistance. You see an orange line, that's weekly resistance. Okay, yeah, you didn't realize I started the. Well, here's the thing. I'll show you even more about the fibs and the way I do them. Okay, the Fibonacci retracement works on every single time frame, as long as you pull from the correct spot. Okay, and you have to find that correct spot. You can't just guess at the spot. It's a more tricky read, right? Okay, so now I just put this resistance line over here based on this. I didn't even look to the right, but to the right is dead on 1272, or really close to it. So what I'm going to do is make a box here, because I think this is going to be one of my profit spots. Is that going to be the only profit spot? Probably not. More often than not, we come down here to these other profit lines too. We have a little bit of a cheat sheet based on the fact that Bitcoin has a gap down to about 96.50-ish. So we know it's going down there. But what we're looking to do is find entry and exit points for everything else. So I'm going to make these three boxes here as my dollar cost average take profits. Okay, so I'm going to take some profit here, I'm going to take some profit here, and I'm going to take some profit here. Why am I going to do that? Because I'm not sure which one of these is going to stop on 100%. Now, I'm 100% sure it's going to dip down here at some point, about 95% sure it's going to dip down here at some point, and I'm almost certain it's going to hit stopping points along the way. Okay, resistance lines do that. That's the whole purpose in resistance lines, is they give you a target for price action every time. Because Nick, you can short Bitcoin just like you can long it. You can put an option sale in or a future sale in this, which I may or may not have already done, and you can take profits here. Okay, I may have already put a sale in way up here. Okay, and I may be riding that right now. I just haven't shared that. I only did $10 at 20x, so I'm not up much, but I wanted to make something on the way down. So I had a feeling that this was going to jump up here and kind of dip some more and make a head and shoulders on the small time frame, and it has. And I think it's going to come down here slowly, and I'm going to take some profits here, I'm going to take some profits here, and I'm going to close the trade down here, no matter what. I know this is going farther, but the longer you sit in a leverage trade, the more fees they charge you, okay? And it sucks. I've been there, done that, especially when you get up to a higher profit. You get up to a higher profit, man, them fucking fees start flying in, bro. And it really pisses you off because you're watching your money fly away for no reason, okay? It's a cool thing about the options that they have now. You can do an options trade, and it closes automatically after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 4 hours, daily, whatever. It automatically closes the trade for you. Or you can close it beforehand, but there's not a futures trade like there is with this. You can keep this trade open infinitely so long as you promise to close it one day. And you're willing to pay the fees, which kind of sucks. Let me see some of these candles real quick. Some of these comments. Um, let's see. It could take months to go past those targets, correct? And it may not even get there, correct? We don't have 100% confirmation of anything yet. You'll also see me make a target, but quite often that target needs to confirm. I never ever make a buy or a sell based on a wick. I never make a buy or sell based on a wick. I can't tell you how many times I've watched a chart run to a resistance line and hit it and bounce off of it, and then take 5 or 6 weeks to go back to it again. And QKC would be the perfect example. Okay, you waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. Nothing ever happened. The whole purpose of doing TA is to avoid those situations. Hope will be on in just a little bit. She's still at work. Nurses work crazy hours, bro. The whole purpose of TA is to avoid situations like that. You don't want to tie up your capital in something that may or may not go to where you want it to. That sucks. All right, so we want to avoid that. Either way, I've got profit lines set up here. Now, I'm going to show you something here about this. So here's another thing. Alpha, I never start on the low time frames. I never, ever, ever start on low time frames. I always start on the monthly. And the reason I start on the monthly is because if you don't, you lose sight of the big picture. Losing sight of the big picture will absolutely dick you in the end. You never, ever want to lose sight of the big picture. There's not much of a bigger picture in crypto than monthly because a lot of these coins are new, okay? So when you have these new coins, they're going to have crazy moves, and you're going to look at them and say, oh, these are pumps. And honestly, in other videos, I've already explained that pumps don't happen. It's not like that. You don't have any of that happen. You have controlled moves. If you look at this looks a little choppy and wild, but this is a controlled move. Hold on a second. I'm going to start an arrow, then I start way out, then I'm charted, then I zoom in for my addiction. Oh, absolutely, bro. You don't understand. I'm so addicted to this shit. Correct, Acre. We'll get into that in a little bit. I'm going to switch this over to the Bitstamp chart just so I have a cleaner chart. I don't want to erase my lines on my tether chart here. So let's do Bitstamp. Yeah, it's much cleaner. All right, so, monthly wise, what do we see? Let me add in the 886 here because I haven't touched this Bitstamp chart in forever. And then we're going to add in 1272 and we're okay. Yep. So we saw the same move we just saw on the upside down version on another coin there. We had this top to bottom move right here. This downtrend. This downtrend ended, and once we pulled this fib from top to bottom, because we're measuring this downtrend to try to see if it breaks through this resistance that we wanted to break through, it got hung up right at 786. You would have bought right here, you'd have been SOL. You would not have wanted to buy that. Could you have bought the 50? Sure. If you want to play the 50 strategy, that's perfectly fine by me. Just know that after the 50, if it doesn't cross that 786 and hold it, it's coming back down. So take your profits and get out. You want to buy here, ride this up to here, and watch. Okay, you just made some percent. Now you got to wait, because if it doesn't cross this line right here, you're SOL. And you're going to be pissed at me. So got caught at 786 and came back down. Now, we could measure from here to here and try to get another one. But on the overall, if we were to measure like 3 month or 6 month, a lot of this would still pop up. The farther back we would go, this would still pop up. So I've still got it up here, okay? I'm still waiting to see what this is going to happen. We have an inverse head and shoulders right here forming. We're just making another shoulder right here. We're going to test 786 again in a few months. Not exactly sure when that few months happens, but we're going to test 786 in a few months. And we're going to finally have some momentum to break it. Okay? We're finally going to have some momentum to break it. Can we break it? I don't know. But if we break 886, we're clear all the way up here to, there's no resistance up here, by the way. This is all-time high territory. So I assume this thing's going to fiddle around right here for a while as it tests all-time high and plays around. And once it finally breaks all-time high, we're looking at a top end of 59,000 or 60,000. How long is that going to take? In my opinion, years. Not exactly sure how long, because you can try to do time frames with fib circles if you want. You could try to use fib time zones if you want, but even those aren't very accurate. On the low time frames, they work decently well for finding new spots, but resistance lines work better. So I prefer resistance lines because they work better. Hold on, you're sending me a message. Oh yeah, the historic channels, yeah. The only problem I have with historic channels are fractals. I'm a little leery of all fractals. Also, Envy, if you're not in log mode, which is down here in the corner, you're doing it wrong. If you're in linear mode, you're absolutely going to regret it. Linear mode doesn't give you trends. If you can't follow the trends in linear mode, you need to be in log mode to understand the price action of each candle. Log mode gives you exactly where the open and close was on the chart. Linear mode doesn't do that. Linear mode just gives you each candle each day and will totally mess you up. If you ever watch a Jolly video, whom I really can't stand, all his shit's done in linear mode. And he goes and puts a line up, and if you were to actually flip over to log mode, his line wouldn't line up anymore. And he's talking about how things have broken channels and broken and flipped major resistances. But it hasn't. It hasn't. Everyone's misinformed if they see that. It really frustrates me. Jolly was also jacking some information from us, by the way. He was lurking in our group and trying his best to get free information. Really crazy shit is it would just suddenly pop up on his channel. And he charges $2,000 for trade signals. So, like, whatever, bro. Linear mode, Jeremy, is it's a different way of charting. It doesn't give you the trends, but it gives you the price action. Okay, and the price action is important to a lot of people in Forex and a lot of people in stocks because that's what they care most about. Okay, you're looking at trends a lot of times, but in Forex, you're charting much lower time frames. And on those lower time frames, it's less important. Okay, but you need to have a big sight picture of big things. Most people in crypto are not leverage trading. Everybody in Forex is leverage trading. It's leverage trades nonstop in Forex. So that's what you're doing. You know, every trade you need to be on the ball. And a lot of times linear mode can help you out with that. It cannot help you out long term. I'll show you here by showing you the world's greatest chart. Everybody's just flat out favorite thing to look at. Oh, look at hiccup, sorry. XRP. The world's most greatest coin. This is in log mode. This is in linear mode. You ready? Someone chart that for me, please. How in the hell? You can't chart that. That tells you absolutely nothing. Nothing. All that tells you is that in 2018 we had price action. And then in 2019 we lost it all. It's a waste. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. If you're doing this in linear mode, you shouldn't be doing it. And you damn sure shouldn't be charging $2,000. $2,000 to show it. Boy, it really pisses me off. It really pisses me off. By the way, Alpha, if you're in here, I know you're a XRP guy too. This is the absolute top end, 100% won't go any higher number for XRP. Done this 100 times and showed everybody. In my opinion, this is it. $27.32. I expect price action. So I would say, somewhere around $34 top end and somewhere around $16 bottom end. Okay? That's tough. It's tough, but that's where it's going. It's all there is to it. We've drilled this shit, and we've found out that the TA simply does not fail. And when it does fail, which is rare, the price comes back to where it should have went to begin with. XRP 2017 went past 1618, came up, and then come right back down to 1618 and stopped shortly after. It happened over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And we actually caught that, and I made a whole video about it already that I've been passing around Twitter being laughed at for and mocked at, and that's fine. Laugh and mock if you want, but I'm also not going to be stuck sitting in an asset that goes sideways while all these other coins go up. There's so much money to be made here, but a lot of people are going to be stuck in the mud. A lot of people are going to be stuck in the mud. Hold up, we're talking about Santa Claus over here? Well, Nick, by the way, I didn't know at the time that was what was going on. So he was in the original group that I moved people over from. And I had no idea that's what was going on. And then little by little, we started to figure that out, right? Just like Santa Claus, believe no more. Ha! America's sweetheart. Yeah, what I should start doing is trying to grow out what little hair I have left because I'm going bald. And then I should just chart with no shirt on. And push my Discord channel for 6 minutes each video. And then maybe you guys would be super excited all the time. Excuse me, I choked myself up on that one. Goodness. All right, so let's get back to Bitcoin. I'm going to pull up the futures chart. The futures chart right here. If you don't know what the CME market is, CME market is Chicago Mercantile Exchange. It's the only United States publicly traded futures market for cryptocurrency. And for that reason, it's the only one that has gaps. Quite simply, the market closes in Chicago every single day. Even though cryptocurrency never stops, the futures market in Chicago does stop, if only for a little while. And what happens is the starting and stopping, on and off, creates gaps in the charts. When those gaps in the charts form, there is, within 3% accuracy, a closure of said gap. Okay? It's just the way it is. Don't have to like it. Got to learn to love it. At the moment, you see that we are flirting with closing the gap, but we haven't yet. It's my belief that we're not just going to close the gap, that we're going to come down here in this, the shitty chop right here. All this right here is resistance. Every single bit of it. Let's erase this box because it's right in the way. There we go. Every single bit of this is resistance. Especially to here. Let's change this to red. All this right here is hardcore resistance. It's going to take forever for the price action to get through that. In my opinion, this thing is going to come down here and flirt and waste downward momentum and sit here and flirt and flirt and flirt until it runs out of stock RSI to drop, until it runs out of RSI to drop, until the MACD gets low enough. And then after all this happens, we're stuck at around between, 9,600 and 9,200 while this thing chops. It's just going to sit here and do its thing. This red line is monthly resistance. Monthly resistance to some of the strongest resistance and support lines in the entire crypto market. Okay? We break them, we tend to hold them even if we test them. This line was tested multiple times and held. It's going to get tested again. We're going to find out. Okay? In my opinion, we're probably not dipping lower than 9,200 because of that. Okay? If you're thinking that this is going to dip way the fuck down here, that's fine, but I need to see some evidence. And don't just tell me because March did the same thing. March was a trend reversal correction. We've already shown that too. March happened because it didn't break trend. March happened because we didn't break 786. We just showed that on the other chart. When you don't break 786, you go back down. That is trend continuation. You're getting rejected. Rejection means drop. Okay? I don't need to break that down. You can say whatever you want to say about coronavirus. You can say whatever you want to say about capitulation. Shut up. It's 94% computer trades. That means all of 5.9% are actual human beings pushing a button. If you really think that 5.9% of the market can control 94% of the bots, you have lost your mind. Until you understand that, you're going to sit here in denial and think you know better about it. You just don't. Okay? It's just the way it is. I hate to break it to you, but the bots run the trades. And it's not even on this thing, okay? It's on stocks too. Stocks are even heavier on bot trades. Even heavier. And I know this because I spoke to the person who helped design some of these bots, okay? He worked for an IT company. I talked to him personally. Really cool dude, actually. And I thought I was going to get to talk to him a couple weeks ago or like a month ago, but he wasn't at that building. He was somewhere else. Let's see some of these comments real quick. We already know you're streaming no pants on. Hey. Cut off the sleeves of your shirt and grow a mullet. Dude, if I could grow a mullet, I'd have that son of a bitch in a minute. I just can't. I just don't have the hair, bro. I'm just balding too fast. Correct, Harvey. Once you break resistance, it becomes support. And that much chop is a lot of support. Okay? Cut your shirts off. Cut your shirt sleeve off and grow. Yeah. Yeah, okay. See, there's another thing, Darth. Coronavirus happened all the way back in October, not March. By the way. So you can try to blame it on March if you want. It's not true. It's not true. I know, right? 16 people watching. Dude, it's the most we've ever had. It's awesome. I don't know who all's in here because a lot of people are lurking. Whoever's lurking, shoot us a message here, man. Let us know who you are. I ain't gonna put you on blast or nothing. Like right now, it tells me that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mods in here. Oh, by the way, Envied gets a mod. Everybody in here who's in the Telegram group, Alpha, they get a wrench. You're in the clique, brother. Everybody with a wrench is in the 2 Butt crew. Why? Because the name of the group is the 786 Assassins. And Assassins has 2 asses in it. That's 2 butts. So you're in the 2 Butt crew. Why do we call the 786 Assassins? Because you see it right here on Bitcoin. What happened? You hit 786 and that son of a bitch died. This happens all the time, okay? It's probably the most killer line of all of them. It kills the trend more often than not. And when that trend dies, the bitch tends to keep going. As simple as that. All right? So, yeah, no scope headshot, legit. You know, I often wonder who the lurkers are, and I don't really know. But as long as I'm helping you, I mean, it's cool. You can lurk if you like, so long as you get something from it. But I would appreciate if you'd talk to me about it so that if you don't understand, I can help you understand better. We were supposed to have some new guys on tonight. Buddy of mine, Jay Floyd, was talking about watching because he wanted to get into investments and stuff. I don't know if he's going to be on or not. Thurman said he might come on. Sometimes Rug comes on. He was kind of upset with me shooting shade on Twitter. I get it. He don't want to be in the drama. He's got a lot of shit going on. So, but look, man, I'm going to throw shade. I'm sorry. I tried super hard to be nice. I got that shit thrown back in my face. If y'all guys could see my Twitter DMs of all this shit I took. It's all good, though. Yeah, I know it'd be cool if they did. Hey, VMD, is that you, Thurman? That is, isn't it? Hey, what's up, Rug? Glad to have you, brother. I know you don't like the shade, man. I get it. I try super hard to be a nice guy, man. It just sometimes I get upset, bro. I don't get emotional when it comes to charts, okay? There's no emotion allowed. So, all right. Yeah, there was some drama went down today, and Rug was straight up about it, all right? So that's cool as shit to me when somebody's straight up and just straight up talks to you about it instead of being a hoe about it. He was just straight up. How cool is that when people are just straight up? Which is it super makes me happy. I'm gonna get into those two, James, who's talking about gold right here. Oh, I gotta give James a wrench. Hold up, James. Bam, wrenched you. Shit. There we go. All right, Thurman. So here we go. I want to get into this indicator that we've been talking about. Let me get the streaming software fired up here. I'm going to record this. It's going to get a little cheesy for a second. All right. But I want to record this rain on me indicator. It's pretty neat. I'm going to try to show you how it all works. You're welcome. And y'all can kind of dig it and check it out for yourself. All right. So let's get cheesy for a second. Hey, what's up, everybody? Keith again here. So I'm going to tell y'all about this new indicator we got working for us. It's called Rain on Me. It's a few parts to it, and I kind of want to explain each part to it, okay? It's a little complicated, and a little tricky to understand, but once you kind of roll with it here, you get a little bit better feel for it. All right, so I'm going to start with a fresh, clean chart. Let's pull up Bitstamp Bitcoin, and let's clear it all off here. There we go. I'm going to start on, let me do monthly. Let's do daily. And daily will give us a little bit more to look at here. Zoom out a little bit here till we get a better picture. All right, so there's 3 parts. If you want to know about this, you click on indicators, type in rain on me, and you have it right here. I've got them starred. Part Pro 1, 2, 3. All right, these are the ones I'm going to be using. These are the updated ones. Hey, what's up, XRP? What's up, brother? All right, so 3 parts to this. Rain on me indicator is pretty cool. We'll go through the first part first. This is the rain on me part 1, okay? Essentially, we've got a slow moving average, a fast moving average, and we see trade signals popping up, okay? It's a little tricky at first because it's not in like buy or sell. It says ATR, but it's okay. It doesn't necessarily change anything, all right? Not only does it give you a buy signal and a trade signal, but it also pops up trend lines or little resistance and support lines for you. If you look close enough, you can see them. All right, see the little red line here? Resistance. Green line, support. It's like divergent resistance and support. It's pretty neat. So the way this works is I want you to think of this as the 8 and the 21 moving averages, okay? Same way we use the 8 and the 21. When we're over the 8, we ride it. When we're in between the 8 and the 21, we do nothing. And when we're under the 21, we sell, okay? So we're going to use that same logic for this rain on me part 1. All right, so we have red signals for sell, green signals for buy, okay? Except it's a little more tricky than that. When we have a candle forming, but we're under the 8, or the 8 is under the 21, like it would be bearish, okay? And it pops us up a buy signal, that's not a buy yet, okay? That's a false buy. We don't want to buy that yet. And the same thing goes in the opposite direction. If we are over the 8 and we're over the 21 and we get a sell signal, we're not going to sell yet, okay? We're going to wait on it. And what that does is it gives us a warning shot, basically, to tell us, hey, you know what? This is your first warning that this thing may be topping out. And when we see that, we want to take a step back and look at it, okay? So let's see if we can find an example here. All right. Do we have any false ones? Okay, yeah, like this one. This ATR right here was a sell signal. It told us it peaked up and went above resistance, and it didn't do anything, so it sent us a sell signal. Now we're still over. The blue would be the faster average, which would be the 8 EMA, and the orange would be the slower. Now that's not what these actually are, but that's, again, what I want you to think of them as. It's just easier that way. We're over the 8, which is a buy, which is a ride it. We don't want to get off of that. It's over the 8. That's a good thing. We're going to stay in that. But we're getting a sell signal, which is kind of odd. You know, we did this. We're in between the 8 and the 21, which is the wait a minute zone. I've explained that before. If you don't know what the wait a minute zone is, you can jump over to the charting vid section on the channel. And there's an 821 EMA strategy video that talks all about this, okay? Super descriptive. It's probably the easiest trading strategy to use, and it's used worldwide. Works great. We got on this 8 and the 21 in between it and the wait a minute zone, and it came back up, okay? This is why I say this is a false signal. We don't want to use this signal until we're under the 8 and the 21. And where did that happen? What happened over here? This signal was under the 8 and the 21. Now, the OSCU indicator that we have would have told you that when the 8 crosses the 21, that's a purple cross, that's a bad cross, you need to get out, okay? That's the whole purpose of the OSCU indicator. It's a bearish cross. When the 8 crosses the 21 down, you get out. This warned us that that was happening, okay? So this indicator would have popped up and told us, hey, it's time to go. Are you going to listen, or are you going to stick around and be a dummy, okay? Another part of that would be this green line popped up right here as a support line. So you could even look at that and go, I've got a sell signal. The 8 and the 21's crossing. Now we're sitting on this support here. What should I do? Should I get out? Should I wait? What should I do? I should have been out already, but I've been staying in because I'm fucking stubborn and I don't want to get out. What do? So I'm going to wait. Oh, look, we got a green cross right here. Oops. And what happened? Immediately you got a red one and it dumped right back where it was. So you had a chance to get back out, but you didn't take it. Now, of course, we always look at more indicators. We always use our other ones like our MACD and our stock RSI, our RSI, our KDJ, whatever we can to look at our other indicators and see are we running out of momentum. Okay. Now you would have known you were running out of momentum had you looked at those other indicators too. Okay. But this one particular one is the one I'm using right now. Okay. Either way, you see a red flag pop up. You're over the 8 and the 21. Warning. You see a red flag pop up and you're under the 8 and the 21. Time to get out. Same works in the opposite direction for going up. Okay. The same thing works in the opposite direction going up. It gave you a sell signal. A buy signal. This buy signal popped up. But look, the 8 was under the 21. This is not a buy yet. It popped this up as a warning that it was about to be a buy. What happened? The next candle popped over. We got confirmation. We got a bullish cross. Hey, you can buy that and ride it out. Of course, we got another sell right here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Point is, it's telling you what to do. Okay. That's pretty much it for the first part of this indicator. That's pretty much it. It's similar, really similar to the OSCU indicator that we already have, okay? It's an 821 indicator, but this isn't the 8 and the 21. Again, just think of it as it. It goes with the rest of it though, okay? So that's the first part of the Rain on Me indicator. Now let's go to the second part. Second part pops up these trend lines, which is really neat. So, after looking through these for a little while, what I've noticed is, essentially it gives you a top trend, a bottom trend, and a midline. And more often than not, when you draw a channel on TradingView or CoinTrader, it doesn't matter, whatever platform you like, the channel tends to act as price action points. The top of the channel and the bottom of the channel. But more often than not, no one ever draws a line down the middle or draws them in the middle of the middle. Everyone always just wants to put them on the top and bottom, or more often than not, it hits the middle line too. And as you see this here, it came up and hit the top of the trend line, hit the midline and got hung up, bounced off of it and come right back down. Okay. Had we put fibs on this, we would have knew this got sniped right here and was going to fall. We'd have been watching that. But I didn't even do that here. I just showed you this one indicator. So the second part of Rain on Me is super simple. Okay. Top of the channel, bottom of the channel, midline. It's not always going to look great on some of these charts because it's a really funky thing. If you've got a new coin, the lines are going to be all out of whack. If you don't want to use the second part, you don't have to, but it's a free channel that it automatically pulls up for you. Okay. Not that complicated. Not that complicated. That's pretty much it for the second part of the Rain on Me indicator. Let me see some of these comments real quick. No, Nick, I was just strictly talking about fib price points with algo. Yeah, you can change them whichever colors you like, Darth. Whichever ones you want. I didn't change it. I think you can change what it says too. Let's see. Everybody's hungry. Yeah, bro, I ate. Look, my girlfriend made some vegetable soup and it was friggin' amazing. And I ate some more today. And dude, I was so full. And now I gotta sit over here and drink liquor when I make a mistake. It's rough. Hopefully, look, I've made some solid calls the last couple of days here. So I'm not taking any more shots until I make a bad call. Okay. Like CRV, of course, every week I'll take one until that rebounds. But that's it. Second part of Rain on Me is simple enough. Okay. The third part, I'm going to erase these first two parts for a minute so I can show you the third part because it's a little more complicated. Okay. Okay. Here's part 3. All right. So essentially, the Rain on Me indicator part 3 is a version of the Ichimoku cloud. However, it's not just the Ichimoku cloud. It's the Ichimoku cloud combined with pivot points, which is really cool because y'all already know that we use pivot points as one of our indicators. Well, this thing has them built in for you. That's pretty damn neat if you ask me. Okay. How often have we watched these charts run to the pivot points, hit them and bounce, or hit the pivot points, hold them and go? Over and over and over and over and over. We've seen that. It's super healthy for us to know. So you can go through these settings and look at the different settings that if you want, and you can turn on super trend, you can turn on fractals if you'd like, whatever you'd like. But we have another video in the charting vid section that talks about how to use the Ichimoku cloud. Okay, 4 parts. Number 1, the end of the cloud. Are you over or under? The second part. Third part is the conversion line crossing the baseline, and the fourth part is the lag line hitting the candles and over the cloud. That would be a buy signal. And the exact opposite would work for a sell signal. All that's explained on the cloud video, okay? Those principles are still going to work here. However, you see that all we have here is the cloud and the baseline. There's no other lines up here. So what are we going to use? Well, that's where the first part of the rain on me indicator is added in, okay? If you're looking at this right now, this is not a buy. We have a purple cloud out front, which would be red, which would be bad. That's the first no buy signal. The second no buy signal is the fact that this is under the price is under the cloud to begin with. That's signal no go number 2. Third one would be the lag line. We don't have it up here. The fourth one would be, is the baseline over or under the conversion line, okay? We don't have it up here, so let's put the first part back up so that we can actually see. All right. What does this tell you? It tells you nothing good. So let me zoom in here so you can see. All right. This line, I'm going to color it brown. That's right here. This brown line. That is the baseline, okay? And the cloud, just understand that that's a slow moving average, and that more often than not, the price action works back to that baseline, okay? Brown line is your baseline. We're going to use our 2 moving averages here as the conversion line. We were over the price for a bit here. We got stuck in the cloud. That's a no buy. You don't buy till you're over the cloud. You're stuck in the cloud right here. That's not a buy. This conversion line did cross the baseline. That's bullish. That's good. But you didn't do anything with it. It's coming right back down and it's crossing through the baseline. This is bad. This means we're coming down. Until all this changes, this is not a buy. If you were using the cloud, okay? A lot of traders use the cloud. And why do they use the cloud? Because it extremely limits your losses. Now, it does take some off the top, but it limits your losses. You can almost have 100% success rate with using the Ichimoku cloud. Now, you're not going to make as much profits as you would like, but you're going to be 100% successful, okay? I know that sounds whack, but the cloud's like that, okay? A lot of people like the Ichimoku cloud because of that. You limit your upside, but you extremely limit your downside, which is cool. That's the cool thing about the rain on me indicator, is it takes away that downside if you pay attention to it. So right now we have absolutely no buy signals at all. Do we have sell signals? Well, what would our first sell signals be? 4 points to cloud trading. Again, first and foremost, where's the price? Price is, let's break it out right here. Price is under the cloud. Sell signal number 1. Number 2, the cloud on the end. What color is it? That bitch ain't green. Ain't green. That's not a buy. That's sell signal number 2. Number 3 is the lag line that we don't have over the line. Well, we can't see that, so we don't know. Okay, we only got 3 points. Fourth signal is the baseline under or over the conversion line. Well, right now, it looks like that conversion line is pushing through the baseline. That's sell signal number 3. That tells us that Bitcoin is not a buy right now. It's a sell. Sell. If you want to scalp, scalp on the low time frames. But this is a sell. It's even got, the first part was telling you right here, remember this? Sell. It told you what to do. It told you to get out. So get out. Did you pay attention? Did you listen? Or are you still waiting on rainbows and fairies to come flying out? Because it's not going to happen. Chart doesn't give a shit how you feel. I can't explain that enough. These charts do not care about your emotions. The beauty of investing is there's no emotions involved. These bots don't care. They work 100% off of computer trades that we program, but they're computer trades. You don't have to understand what I mean. Just know I'm telling you the truth. I aim to lead nobody astray. I want everybody here to understand that I'm trying to help you, make money. You don't have to like me. I'm well hated, okay? I'm well hated. I tend to disagree with everything that I see until I get some confirmation of it, okay? It's hard to understand for people sometimes, but I don't want to lead you down the wrong path. Super don't want to lead you down the wrong path. I want everybody to understand that. So that's pretty much the rain on me. Oh, I left something out. When you see these dotted lines pop up, they tend to be your price points in either direction, okay? You have a red dotted line up top and a red dotted line at the bottom. Which side of the cloud are you on? You're on the bottom side of the cloud? There's your target. We already hit it right here. We have a red dotted line up here. Hadn't turned green yet. I haven't seen a green line pop up yet. When we're on the upswing, we get green. When we're on the downswing, we get red. This shit's red as hell right now, okay? So, what are you going to do? I'm definitely not buying anything permanently right now. What little trades that I did get into yesterday, I made a little bit of money off of them today. I think I made like 14% or so. 15% maybe. I'm watching very carefully because if I see it drop just a little bit more, I'm pulling those. I'm taking my profits and riding them back down because I'm not sure where the bottom is yet, okay? We know where the bottom on Bitcoin is. That's going to push the market for a while. But once this bottom hits, it's going to be time to buy. And some of these coins are already going to be there. Okay, they're not going to fall as much. We've already seen that happen. So, rain on me indicator in a nutshell. I'm going to save this video. I'm going to shoot it over to the library of other videos we have, and I'll label it for everyone to watch. Feel free to use this indicator, and if you don't understand it exactly, just ask. Me and the gamer will be happy to look at it and talk to you about it. I know Mr. Phibbs already went into it a little bit today. He's been using it. He's been sharing charts with it, which is super cool. I spent a couple hours today watching about it and learning. I actually got in contact with another guy who does Forex, and I joined his group, and I've been talking to him a little bit. I'm going to try to collaborate with him a little bit with some different stuff. He doesn't do anything cryptocurrency wise. He only does Forex, and he only does certain time frames. So if we can do multiple things and we can collaborate in multiple different directions, I think that'd be great. Which is what I wanted to do. Which is what I wanted to do initially with certain other people, but didn't get that chance. Okay, so the more people we have in this space who understand these charts and don't guess, the better. That way we all make more money together. Okay, that's the main goal here, is to make more money. We're not shooting for candy and nuts. We're just shooting for dollars and cents. So let's get those dollars and cents, and we'll see you on the next explanational video. Peace. All right, back to just regular streaming. So, this rain on me indicator is pretty cool and all. I like it. The thing is, I'm not sure 100% on the accuracy. It's pretty accurate. But I wouldn't give it the same marks that we do everywhere else, okay? So, some people ask me, Nick, you were asking me about the algo that I sent you earlier. I knew you bought it, and I wanted you to make sure that you were ready. And I knew Dustin bought it, okay? Dustin hasn't felt well today. I know it was a pretty neat indicator, wasn't it, James? I was pretty tickled with it. Is it niche? Probably. It's probably niche. So I don't want to just rely on that. I want to add it into the toolbox, and we'll continue to, put it together with others. I'm gonna pull up my normal stuff here, just so I can show you what I'm talking about. There's a 3-for-1. Let's get the MACD back up here. Let's get the RSI back up here. Pivot points. Whoops, I just added the wrong thing. And let's add, let's get our RSI up here. So that should be 4. I'll just stop at 4. I don't want to get too many indicators on the chart. All right, let's pull up algo. So, all right. what I was explaining earlier, Nick, was that I was still concerned that there may be more downside here. I was able to get the first target pretty clean, right? It said 28.5 was the first target, and that bitch stopped. It did wick past price action. Price action did push us back, but we wicked up right at 28.5. What do you mean, James? The video? Is that what you're asking me? I'm confused. Oh, you talking about the indicator? Which one? Just let me know. So I was pretty accurate on the 28.5 and made a couple dollars off of it today. And as you see, it's getting rejected by S1. So this is worrying me. Okay. Yeah. Oh no, it's just right here, James. Just click on the indicators and type it in, and it pops up. Let's see. I'll show you. RAIN, right there. Pro 1, 2, and 3. Automatically pops up for you. It's just in the regular. It's just in the regulars. This price action worries me a little bit right here. Okay. If I see this not get over this 8 EMA, then I know it's coming down more. I'm not going to get stuck in a sideways trade. If I see this drop to what did I say the price was earlier today? Let me look at my thing and see what it says. See what I told you. I forget. It ain't in here. I'm going to say 29. Get this out of the way. I'm going to say 29. If it dips below 29, I'm getting out. And I'm taking my profits, okay? I really wanted to see cross the 8 EMA, the lime green line here. If it can't get past this lime green line, it's coming back down, okay? It's as simple as that. Same thing goes with one harmony here. One harmony had a good day yesterday, rebounded some, but it's still under the 8. And we know when it's under the 8, we don't buy. I bought because it hit my price point. Now, if it doesn't come back from that, that's fine. I'll get out and buy lower, okay? I'll get out and buy lower. I'm going to take my profits and leave and wait for it to come down more. This is the way to do it, okay? You buy, you sell the top, and you buy the bottom. You buy, you sell the top, and you buy the bottom. Those tops and bottoms can be small, okay? Especially if you dip down like the 4 hour here, which I don't do. I try to avoid these low time frames. If you ask me, one harmony is over the 4 hour 8 and 21. We're about to get this 821 bullish cross right here that I was talking about on that rain on me indicator. We're about to get that right here. And we're under these moving averages. Don't like that. But they're nice and flat. So if we can get this to stay up here and kind of keep moving, great. I think we're going to run out of momentum right here on this MACD. It's going to get near this midline and dip again. RSI's over 40. That's good. Let's just let it play a little bit longer. Let it play a little bit longer. You know what, Nick? You're correct. That ain't shit, but it's profit. And when it's $1 more than we had, we don't complain about it, right? $1 more than we had is profit. It's hard to understand that sometimes because we all want the big bucks. Every dollar made is a dollar earned, okay? Algo on the 4 hour. Okay, see, algo on the 4 hour is a little worse. It's in between the 8 and the 21 in the weigh minute zone. Just hanging out right here. It needs to get up over this and go. If it doesn't, we know we need to get out, okay? I'm waiting on it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Myth. This, if I ain't careful here, this is going to hit my stop loss on Myth. Where did I buy Myth at? Let me see real quick. Yeah, you're right. Let me see. $485 is where I bought Myth. Okay, so I'm up a little bit. 236. 48 flat is my stop loss. Okay. So if it hits this 236 line on this big monthly fib, I'm out of Myth. It just threw this really wild looking doji candle right here, okay? the spinning top looking doji, this really funky candle on the daily. And that kind of made me think it was going to kick up a morning star, but I'm not sure it's going to do it. It's under the 8. I was just kind of taking a little bit of a chance here. Myth has incredibly crazy upside. We know that. We measured to the top of the run on Myth at almost 1,000,000%. That's insanity. Will that actually happen? Probably not, but I mean, it's there. And the TA tells us that these things are going to go to the top of their run. Maybe a little over, maybe a little under, but to the top of their run. That's why I pointed out the price I did on XRP of, roughly $16 to $32. There may be some price action over or under that, but that's roughly the price of the end of the bull run for XRP, in my opinion. Just the TA is what it tells us. So I'm a little pushed on Myth. It needs to do some. All this shit is kind of spooky because it's underneath the moving averages now, underneath the 200s. Some of them aren't though. Some of them are over the 200s. Like Algo. It's still over. It bounced off of it. You know what I mean? The moving averages are flattening on the daily. A flat 200, a flat 50, and an almost flat 100, which is good. That's great for price action. What's going to happen is it's going to cause these bands to tighten. And as these bands tighten and press in on these moving averages, they're going to get closer together and they're going to pinch and pop. I think we have at least 9 more days of bleed out. I don't think it's done at all. Yes, Thurman, I'll show you real quick because people ask me about this and they're like, nah, you're full of shit. And I'll show you here, brother. Number one thing to understand about me, Thurman, I do not do hopium. I will not tell you something that I think is horseshit. Of course, this thing's taking forever. I like CoinMarketCap, but damn, it moves slow sometimes. And I got stupid crazy fast internet now. So I am on Opera browser because it has a free VPN. I do use Nord VPN constantly. I'm running Nord right now. But the interface on Opera actually works a little better to stream with. And I tried Brave. Brave browser's a little choppy to stream with, man. And I know they give you free they give you free BAT coin. I get that. That's fine. But all right, here, pull up Mithril. I'll show you what the all-time high is. All-time high is $1.55, and that was in 26th of 18. Let's pull up CoinTrader Pro. Pull up Mithril. Said $1.55, right? Yep, $1.55. We'll go to monthly because I always do the monthly charts first. Why? Because high time frames is where the real magic happens. These are all the resistance lines. Are there a lot of resistance lines? Yes. There's still less resistance lines on XRP. That's right. XRP still looks worse than this chart. So we have these big gaps in resistance. That's the beauty of this, okay? These monthly charts from here down to here, there's no monthly. This is just daily resistance and stuff like that. I got a daily target put in here. Let me actually erase some of this so I can just kind of make it easier to see. I do this all day long, and I'm on my phone a lot, and sometimes because I'm on my phone, it's easier for me to do this and draw shit, and then it saves it. Then y'all look at it and go, what are these stupid lines? Weekly lines are orange. Monthly lines are red. You see I got a red one here. A couple red ones right here in this chop zone. It's got to come up off. This is June 19. June 19 is the point where we've seen about 13 other coins move off of and pop up. OMG did it. Dragon did it. Digibyte did it. KNC did it. ZRX and a couple others. They've all done the same move. And the Fibonacci retracement off of those lines did a 1414 perfectly on all of those, okay? It added up perfectly. It was not a pump. It was not a crazy move. It was a break of resistance on a technical move. It was pretty awesome. Okay, we didn't know that at the time, but we know now because we weren't looking for it. But now I'm looking for it on all of them. So if we measure from where we're at right now on price on Mithril, okay? which is, you see I got $1.55 basically set up on my Fibonacci thing here. Let me just get a little closer. $1.55. I feel like I'm saying Amron Burgundy. There you go, $1.55. Let's go from the price I'm at right now. I got this other tool I found. Oh, shit, wrong one. Date and price range. From here up to 1618. Are you ready? Can you read that? Let me zoom in for you. That is, in case you can't read, 1,502,348%. 1.5 million% to 1618. Okay? 1.5 million% to 1618. Why do I say that number? Because that's the technical mark. From all-time high to all-time low, reversal. If this was really a bull market and we're really talking turkey here, okay? That's it. This is the top of the run. Not $589, not $10,000, none of that bullshit. This is the top of the run. This would be it. It. And from here we retrace 50%. Okay? Does that hurt your feelings? To go from $81.62 down to $40 again? Guess what? That's what's going to happen minimum. Minimum 50% retrace. That's going to take years to do too. It's going to suck. It's going to break your heart. This is why you need to know these prices beforehand and not be bullshitted into thinking it's going to be some crazy number that's not going to be. Okay? If you don't sell at this point, you're going to highly regret it. Highly regret it, okay? Highly. So you need to know this. This is not the only chart I did this on, okay? We did this on, here you go, by the way. I don't really hide information. This list I have right here is called Monthly Big Hitters. This entire list right here has stupid crazy percent on it, okay? Stupid crazy percent. You see I have algo on here. You see I have One Harmony. You see I have H-bar, and I hate H-bar. You see I have Cocos, Ontology, RLC that I just put a buy-in for. Some of these Qcoin coins are total shit coins. I only have $100 in these, okay? If you have more than $100 in these, you're foolish. Because these have terrible market caps and terrible liquidity. And if you're in them, you need to be very careful because you got to get back out. I don't want to hear it if you can't get back out. And you're mad at me because I told you and you can't do anything about it. Remember, you better be careful because it's going to be time to get out. You better dollar cost average on the way out. Let me see what you're saying, hon. Miss some comments. Did you just say 1 million percent? 1.5 million%. The more you mess with the rain on me indicator, the more you like it. I agree, brother. It's pretty cool. So is that money possible by 2025? Yeah, I think so. Because we're looking at monthly candles. Let's go to one. I don't think we have a mithril chart that has that much data on it on TradingView. Like, does the Hitbit chart have much data? Okay, the Hitbit chart has it, yeah. So, if we do this on TradingView, my eyes, we go from 155, basically 155, to the bottom. Measure it on here. I mean, no matter which way I do it, I still have crazy stupid percentages coming in, okay? Now, CoinTrader tells you more percent than TradingView does. But again, I've seen that sometimes these charts, they're disingenuous to each other. Regardless, the price of getting out is what I'm looking at, okay? So if I do it on TradingView, it's 2.4 million percent. Okay, and I like to not be stupid about this and go with the more conservative number of 1.4 million, but it's there. Okay, we did this on over 50 charts. What Frank just said right there, we did this on over 50 charts. Okay, we found this over and over and over again. Yeah, years and years. I do mean like, years and years. Let's go to like a 3-month. You look at the 3-month chart and it makes more sense. Okay, it's just down and it seems like we've hit a bottom and we've thrown some dojis and some ugly candles here, and that's fine. But this from here to here. Look, that was 2.5 years. So let's say we flip this 2.5 years from now. You know what I mean? It's 23. It could be back up here to all-time high. 24, 25, somewhere around up in here. It's really tough to say. What we're looking for is it to break all-time high. And once we break all-time high, there's no resistance. So this thing's free to run. Then we're going to hit our profit lines of 1272, 1414, and 1618. And those are going to be the places where we get out. Okay? We're going to take profit on the way up. And if you don't know what I mean by that, I have another video in the chart section over there that it talks about DCA in and out, dollar cost averaging in and out. All you've been told for however long is keep buying the bottom, keep buying the dip. Okay, I have a problem with that, and here's my problem with that. I don't have the money to continuously buy the bottom. I'm just a poor dude. Who has the money to constantly keep buying the bottom over and over and over and over again? Tell me, who are you? Okay. And what Frank just said, really important. You want to try to sell it before it tops out. Why? Because you want to make sure your sale gets filled. There are going to be a lot of people looking at the same thing you're looking at. And I say a lot of people, I mean anyone with chart intelligence is going to be looking at the same thing you're looking at and going, yep, there's our line to get out. So if you go in just a little bit below that and get out, you're more likely to get your order filled first. Okay. Let me look at some of these comments. Even Algo. Yeah, let me show you Algorand real quick. Something in my damn eye. Darren should be getting on here at some point. He works late. Or not late, but he's over there on Aussie time. I'm leaving this up because I'm using that fib for now. But if we go, this is 3 months. Is that all-time high? Let me go see. I always check all-time highs here on a separate source. I don't trust the chart ever. I want to know what the actual all-time high is on every single thing I do. Algorand. All-time high is 328. I've got 379. That's inaccurate. See that? I want an accurate chart. I don't want an almost accurate. Okay, there's more like it. Percentage from where we're at right now to the absolute top of the heap, never see it again price is about 10,000% on Algorand. You look at that and you say, oh man, that ain't shit. The thing is, there's not as much resistance on Algorand as there is on Mithril. Okay? It's got less to deal with. As a matter of fact, I want you to look at how much monthly resistance there is on Algorand. Do you see all of it? There's one line. That's it. In my opinion, Algorand is going to go before these others. Okay? They bought out. They're going to get out of these and go into something else. All right. So if you can get this chart, which is going to go before Mithril does, before Mithril goes to a crazy number, this chart is going to get up here first. But there's just not resistance on the monthly time frame to stop it like there is on other charts. All right. You could maybe say there's one right here between these two candles, right at 786. Look at that. It'll probably fool around right here a little bit before it goes up some more. A couple months around in here. But this was going to go before Mithril. So you can take this one and then move these profits over into Mithril. I like Algorand because it's on Binance US, and I can buy it with fiat. So what I've been doing is all the money I get with Get Upside or any extra money I make doing side jobs or whatever, I buy on Binance US, and I've just been buying Algorand instead of buying XRP. I quit buying all XRP. I won't never buy another one. So I'm buying alts with it instead. I bought One Harmony, Algorand, and I have a buy order in for Ontology. Okay, haven't got that one filled yet. Still waiting on it. Let's see what's just trying to get an idea of time frame. Yeah. Second question, because I have a lot more than 100 in it. No, it's no. Nick, what we did when we went through these coins is we also factored in liquidity, okay? So some of these coins have good liquidity and some of them don't. And if they had bad liquidity, we didn't rank them as high, okay? If it had good liquidity and it had less percent available, we still ranked it highly because it had that good liquidity. Okay, you could get in and get out quicker and easier. We thought about that. We were like, well, what if we keep putting all these damn good charts up for everybody and they can't get out? So that's why some of these have high percentage available, like QKC here, for example. There's a high percentage available, but there's more resistance. So it's one of them things where it's going to get stuck more. Now there's a lot of good liquidity on QKC. You can get a lot of it at one time. Problem is it has more resistance, so it gets stuck in between limbo. Which one you want to do? If you were smart enough to look at the monthly chart, you would have knew to sell your QKC up here. Why? Because we hit a resistance line. Who sold their QKC? I did, for profit. As a matter of fact, the first person to sell was Dre. He told everybody you needed to sell, and nobody listened to him. I lost about $1,500 extra that I could have made because I didn't listen to what Dre said. Would have been nice to have made that money. All right, bought 3 dips for years. Bought dips for 3 years. 100%. What did Rug just say? Dude, I'm all out of fun tickets. Now, who can afford to continue to buy dips? I'll tell you, the people who get tips, the people who do paid channels, they can afford to buy the dips. Not I. Okay? Think about that the next time you send somebody a tip. Okay, Pepper, so Algo is in between a shit coin and not a shit coin. All right? I'm going to say it's not a shit coin because it's on Binance US and there's somewhat of a use case for it, but it's also less than a penny, so it's kind of a shit coin. Okay? But it's in limbo there. A lot of these things have use cases, and I really don't give a shit about use cases, to be honest with you. I just want my profits. I don't care who's behind the project or how much schooling they have or who they shake hands with at dinner. I don't care because the news doesn't make the market. The market makes the news. So as long as it makes me money, I don't really care. I've already seen Algo move up some, and I believe it's going to continue to move up. Because of that, I want to be ready. It's going to take months, to do its thing. I'm cool with that. I'm going to continue to add to it on the way up. Every time I get a little bit of extra cash, I usually get about 20 or 40 extra bucks here and there on Get Upside. I do a side job maybe once a month or so, make a little extra money there. I got a raise at work, so I'm putting whatever money I get into that on this. Just whatever. Any little extra change I have, I quit. If you're gonna look at my channel here and see all the Mustang videos, I quit putting money in that so I could do money in investments, okay? And I really, really wanted to build my car first. I really, really, really wanted to build my car. Like, it's emotional to me that I haven't got it done. Okay, like it kind of hurts my feelings. So, oh, thanks, man. Look, that's the first raise I've had in 2 years, bro. I wasn't even expecting it with all the Corona shit we got going on. But then he was like, bro, you got a raise on your check. I just want to let you know. I was like, yo, my man, thank you. When do you think it hits 29? Do you mean algo, Papa Nick? Hell no, I ain't looking at link. You think this is? Look at whatever chart Keith says. Yeah, I'll look at it. Yeah, I'll go 29. When do I think it hits $29? When do I think it's $29? Wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong chart. When do I think it's $29? I think end of 2021, middle of 2022, we're out of algo for good. I like to give you a long time frame there because I'm not sure how much price action we're going to get at these resistance lines, okay? I'm not sure how vicious the rejection is going to be. And once Bitcoin breaks all-time high, I think some of these are going to move a little quicker. So it's really dependent on that, okay? It might be till the middle of next year before Bitcoin challenges all-time high. And I don't want to tell you otherwise. So really, I think the end of 2021, we're going to see a lot of prices breaking all-time highs. XRP will not be one of them. But I think algo has a chance to get up there by the end of 2021. But a more pessimistic view to me would be midway through 2022. If you even start talking about sunspots and all this bullshit with me, I'm going to laugh you out of this channel every single time. I've had multiple people on Twitter refer me to this dude who does sunspot videos. I just want to bang my head through a concrete wall. Are you kidding me? How hard do you got to reach? How hard do you got to reach to get viewers that you post sunspot videos and say that's why people buy and sell? Oh my God, what are we doing? Tomorrow's the 23rd. And I saw tons of people on Twitter saying that tomorrow they were going to announce some partnership with XRP. Who wants to bet and doesn't make a flying shit on the chart? I'm willing to bet some hard money right now on that. Anybody who wants to take the bet. Pull up the XRP chart, see what we got. Oh, it's a rough looking chart. In my opinion, for anyone who's in here, when Bitcoin breaks all-time high, I expect that to be roughly 50 cents XRP. When it gets up there to its top of the run, I expect XRP to be around all-time high. After the retrace, I expect XRP to bust through all-time high. That could be 2023. That could be 2021, okay? Almost impossible to tell you. But I believe that's going to happen eventually. Good news is bad. EJ said good news is bad news. That makes me happy. Let's see. Let's go at the daily here just to be a douche. Look at all these fucking resistance lines. God, I hate looking at this chart. What am I even looking at? What am I doing? What do I do with my hands? Let's get this off first. This is stupid looking. Let's remove these pivots. I know where they're at already. Okay, so we have a monthly here. I'm willing to bet somebody $500, whoever wants to take this bet. I'm willing to bet somebody $500 we don't break and hold 27 cents. Anytime in the next couple weeks, we don't break and hold 27 cents. $500. Who wants to take it? Come on. Darth said, I mean, sunspot videos aren't that far-fetched from people making fractal videos. Shots fired. Shots fired. I don't actually have a problem with fractals on the correct time frames. No. Sorry, my dog's acting up. I don't have a problem with fractals on the correct time frames. Fractals do not work on the high time frames. Fractals do not work on time comparisons, 8 hour to 1 hour, daily to monthly. None of that works. It's all rapidly inconsistent. The ones that do work are extremely long time frames, like 3 years to 3 years. That works. Can you do that in crypto? Nope. Because most of them hadn't even been around that long. So don't do it. That doesn't factor in any resistance, any support, any chart fundamentals. That's the problem that I have with most fractal readings, is it completely disregards any fundamentals. And if you play basketball, do you disregard the fundamentals? Nope. If you play football, do you disregard the fundamentals? Nope. Why would you do this and disregard it? Well, it just doesn't go. It just goes against everything. It goes against everything that anyone who knows how to trade would go with. So I don't like that. I don't like that. I know you see a nasty looking chart right here. I see the same thing you do. I see an ascending head and shoulders with a broken neck that's about to go test the 200. Fully expect that to happen. I fully expect this to get down here to 21.5 at least. At least 21.5. And if this doesn't get back over this blue trend line right here, and Jolly, if you're watching this, God, I hope you're watching it. This is in log mode. This blue line is the actual, descending resistance line. This is the actual one, and we're underneath it right now, which is niet quiche. Okay, and that is German for you Swedish people. You know exactly what that means. That means not good. That's not German. That's Yiddish for not good. Okay. What's that in German? Nein fa, not good in German. Either way, you know it's not good to be under the descending resistance. That's the top of the descending channel. Where else has that happened? Here, where Tank McTankerson happened. Here, where Tank McTankerson happened. And guess what we're under now? The same line. You better walk softly here, okay? Luckily, we have the moving averages under here, okay, that weren't here the last time we got it this high. So there's hope that this thing's going to stall out here at 21.5. And even then, we have a shit ton of chop right here that we made while we went sideways for months and months on XRP. We have all this chop to try to get through. I don't think we're going to bust through that chop. Okay, I think we're going to get hung up in it. At the worst. At the worst, we get hung up here. Nicht gut, yeah. Very good. See, y'all know some. You see, there's so much culture in this freaking group, man. We got people from all over the world. Look, legit, in this group, there's people from the U.S., Canada. There's people from, there's a guy from Mexico. There's a guy from South America. What's Adam is in Africa. We have quite a few Europeans. We have a couple Aussies. One in New Zealand. We have one in Russia. The only thing we're missing is Asia. We need someone from Asia. We don't have that. So I honestly, dude, like this sounds like super culturally biased, but I've been trying to find someone from Asia to join the group, so we'd have a literal worldwide group. And there's only 50 people in the group on purpose. So yeah, Sam's Kiwi. So is Darren, I believe. I believe that's where Darren is. I believe they both are. But I think it'd be really cool to have the entire world in one group. Like, how much more diverse can you get? Because look, when we go to Cyprus, I want everybody to come with me, and I want to have the whole world culture together in Cyprus at the same time. You know what I mean? That would be really cool to me. Irish. Darren's Irish. That's right. That's right. Tim's, he's British. Darren's Irish. You know, Ruggs in California, but he's Irish. Gosh, we got Slovenia. We got Czech Republic in here. We have, well, we had a Swede in here, but he's gone. I mean, man, we got a lot of people in here, a lot of culture. That's really cool to me. A couple of guys that don't really say much. They told me they weren't going to say much. They kind of told me, look, I'm not going to say much because I don't speak good English and I don't know anything about TA. Is it cool if I'm quiet? So I haven't kicked them out because they've been active. They just haven't talked much, okay? So that's the reason I haven't said anything about them. I want people to learn. And they messaged me and we're making an attempt to learn, which is cool to me. That guy you're talking about, Thurman, is Nazu. And I've tried high and low to find him because him and Owlboy got into it. And he left after that. And I searched high and low to try to find Nazu again because I super want to get him in this group. He was very good on charts. Very good. His TA was solid. And TA was shunned. And he was shunned. And that upset me when that happened. And I should have knew then because Nazu was very smart. He was extremely good on the charts. He made great calls. If you guys remember, me and Nazu would post charts at the same time. He would post a chart and I'd post a chart. We'd have a price within a couple points of each other. And I'd be like, well, I got this one, you got this one. There y'all go. Pick a price in between that and you're good to go. And it happened all the time. That happened multiple times. And I think he got to the point where he was just frustrated at people begging him for prices. And he was tired of that. I know it got to where he was only given like one little tip a day and then he would leave. And once that happened, him and Al guy got into it. And when they got into it, that was the end of it. Oh, hang on a second. Frank lost internet. Well, come on back, brother. Let me shoot him the stream again. Paste that. There we go. Yes, I've been trying to find Nazu since then, man. Mullet was on here for a long time. Mullet's a different kind of dude. He kind of left us high and dry, but he promised us nothing, and he told us he promised us nothing. I get it. He wasn't a very talkative guy, and he told us what he knew, and that was it. And he left after that, okay? So I get it. I actually spoke to him a couple days ago. He didn't have anything bad to say. He was actually very bland, like he always was, and he told me to tell everybody in the group, hey. So I did. I sent y'all a screenshot of that. I didn't say anything else to him because he didn't seem like he really wanted to talk to me either. So it's cool, man. He told us what he knew when he left. He gave us his knowledge, so we should use that knowledge indirectly, try to make something of it. I know real quick that this fractal is being used on XRP right here. Let me erase this, by the way. I don't know why I have that circled. I must have been thinking that I was talking about something else. I know everybody's been using this and saying this is going to happen again. Why do I think this won't happen again? Well, it's pretty simple. Number one, here, when the first moving average, the 50 moving average broke through the 200 MA, we had a soft cross. At breaking, it came down in price and stayed down. That's a soft cross. Over here, when we crossed the 50 and the 200 here, we did not have a soft cross. In fact, we had a price pump. If you measure this on the monthly, we came out and we hit, I want to say 6.8. We had a price pop. Okay, that was good. It stayed over the 8. It rode the 8 MA all the way up. Even gave it a second try and got hung up at resistance. All right. Secondly, when this happened last time, on the neckline formation, it was a 200 MA. This time it's the 100 MA. We haven't even got to the 200 yet. So all this downward momentum that's forming is using up the downward momentum, and eventually it's going to hit a stopping point, and it's going to run out of downward momentum. And when we run out of that downward momentum, we're going to start working our way back up, which it could not do here. It had tons of downward momentum because it hit the top of the trend line and exhausted itself working its way up without retracement. Okay, you need to retrace in between. You got to stop the elevator and come back down sometimes. I know that sucks. We at least broke the trend here and rode the top of it for a while. Now we did fall underneath it. I get it. We're still under it now. There's a chance that this can reverse and come back up. And if we look at a long-term scale, like a monthly or a 2-month, we'd be okay. You know, monthly would be testing this line on the bottom. It's okay. That's fine. Let it test. Let it test. That's fine. Do I think we're going to go down into the single digits? No, I don't think so. There's enough resistance in here to stop that. I think the price action is going to drive us near 20 cents. That's for sure. I've already sold most of my XRP, so I don't really give a shit at this point about XRP. I've got 1,000 on my ledger, and I'll keep it there until we get to the top of the run at $32. Then I'll sell it for my 32 grand. Okay? Be happy about it. What the hell is my dog eating? What are you eating, Jolene? Okay, just a dog treat. Yes, my name is Dog. My dog's name is Jolene, because Dolly Parton. All right, let's see. You know what? You're completely correct about Darth. I actually have some. I've made contact with some people over in Cyprus. I told y'all guys I've already trademarked some stuff. I'm gonna suggest everyone else do something similar. You can get on LegalZoom and do some cheap stuff, and set up some stuff now. And it's not very much money at all to set it up. You're gonna need it, I promise. All right, I'll tell you guys a secret. Excuse me, about to yawn. I'll tell you guys a secret since we were talking about Mullet. He's the low key, the real Dos XXX guy, the most interesting guy in the world, the Dos Equis guy. Oh, that's awesome. He's surfing with stingrays, and when he drinks beer, it's Dos. It's stupid. Dos Equis. Oh, that's pretty good. What else do I want to look at? Oh, I want to look at gold. I got it over here. Yes, Jolly's probably watching this video, and I want to show him how to actually chart gold. Me and James were talking about this for the past 2 days, and then James, would you believe this popped up on that particular stream? That particular person's video started suddenly talking about gold. Oh, Lincoln Wren. Yeah. We'll do those next, Pepper. We had a pennant here on gold. It broke the pennant. Why do we draw pennants? Because price action dictates that pennants happen. And when pennants happen, we break them north, we break them south. How do we know which way they're going to go? Well, we can typically tell by our indicators, all right? What happened on this one? We had a sell-off going on. We were losing price on sales here. We had a big dip on our MACD in the red. And the good news was, even though we're in red, we were still bullish here because we're over the midline. Once we dip under the midline with our orange line right here, once that dips under the midline, that's a bear territory, not a bull territory. Luckily, we're still over that. Now, you don't want to see the MACD turn so ugly, but everything has to retrace. That's part of the game, okay? All right, so RSI, real quick, let's put a 40 line up here. Now, I don't like this. We're dipping below the 40. Price action often dictates that we stay around the 40 line on the RSI. Just the way it works. We could have watched this and we'd have been waiting to see, did this thing touch this 40 line or does it dip below it? Well, the good news is, right as soon as this thing was sitting on this 8 EMA and it was sitting in this descending wedge here, it broke below the 8. And when it broke below the 8, not only that, it broke below the 50. Now, that's a double trouble, okay? There's a chance this comes back up and tags the 50 again and tests it and then dips, but I believe she's dipping good here. So let's go ahead and pull a fib on it and see if we can get a price point. Right there. That's close. It's not perfect. Right there. right, so look at shit, man. We blew right through all the important lines and we pushed right on down. Now, when I see this thing blowing through these important lines like this, what that tells me is I want to back up and I want to look at a bigger time frame. Because when they blow through my important lines, that makes me think the bigger time frame's doing something. I don't want to. Hold up. What'd you just say, EJ? Crypto blockchain on Twitter is Nazu? Shit. Let me look real quick. We're about to find out, my man. I'll pull the Twitter up real quick. I ain't going to show y'all my DMs because it's a fucking bloodbath. CPT blockchain. CPT. Captain Blockchain is Nazu? Is that, are you sure? Netherlands. Oh, he's still talking to Al, man. No, that ain't. No. This dog chews another wire. You're going to find out real quick. You don't want to chew that shit no more. It kind of makes me think that's not him. I'm not positive. But I mean, he was sharing this stuff back then too, so. And the hell with it. Let me message him. What's the worst that can happen, right? I'll do that off this. What's the worst that can happen? You know what I mean? We'll find out. I don't know if that's him, not. I'm going to find out. What's he going to do? Say no? That's cool. Well, no then. Whatever. Alright, so back to gold here. When I see him take such a nasty dip, like we've seen here, I automatically want to go to a higher time frame and look. And then if you go to a higher time frame and look, and let's erase this fib here and do a higher time frame one. Yeah, I got it right here. Let's erase this and do a better one. Start down here at the bottom and work our way over to the top. We're looking to follow the retrace here and see how far it's going to go. So, we did a 382 and blew right through it. Looks like the 50 line is at the 21 EMA right here. Again, when I'm pulling fibs, I'm looking for important markers to cross. And I see one here, okay? And why do I say that's important? Because the 50 fib is the first most important fib line. 50 fib lines are where we get hung up at. If we get hung up here and bounce back up, that's good. That's an upward continuation, okay? That's an upward continuation. If we break this, then we're free to test these other lines. Okay, you can add in all the other lines you want down here. We're free to test them if we can't hold the 50. We hold the 50, we're continuing up. Now, it doesn't always mean we're going way down, but it does mean we're going to test the next line usually. Now, I like the fact that the 21 EMA is right here at the 50 line. I believe we're going to get held up on gold at 1860 something. 1850 is probably a psychological number. 1850. So I think that's the stopping point there, James. 1850. And that's going to take weeks. Maybe a couple weeks, or this week, one of the two. But what I know is the MACD turned ugly right here. Look. That's a bearish cross. It's a bearish cross. That's downward doggy on MACD. That means the shoe coming down. Now, does it have to go far? No. As you see, this thing's been cruising up high for a while. It could just hit this 50, or it could come down to... If we wanted to down to the 618, it can come all the way down here to support. We have no lines in here at all. Let's see. About here would be a weekly line. And We're about there. Would be a weekly line. Maybe a little higher. Right there. All right, so we could come all the way back down here to 786. First target though is 1852, 1850 maybe. That's where I would be like, okay, hold up. Position, hang on. It's a tough call on gold, but I would play it point by point here. I wouldn't go crazy. I would play it point by point and not panic and let it play out a little bit. But I definitely think it's coming down. It had to. I mean, it hit all-time high. I needed to retrace. That's all there is to it. We look at the monthly, you can tell that. This is a real cup. If you ever hear anyone talk about cups, the only time cup and handle applies is in a long time frame situation, like 3 to 7 months. Not 3 to 7 hours, not 3 to 7 days. None of that. That is not how cup and handles work. Cup and handles take between 3 and 7 months to form, and the retrace is typically 30 to 50%. Does that hurt your feelings? I hope not, because it's just the truth. And I'm trying not to be a dick, but that's the way it is, okay? I drew these lines just now without ever looking back to the left. Now look where these lines have popped up over here. And this chop. So now I can even refine my lines a little bit here. Right there is probably a better line. And maybe down here is a better line. Might be one in here somewhere. Let's add it in right there. Yep. Yep. Okay, that's pretty good. Now look. I did that on the left. Look what comes up on the right. 786, 886, one line. Okay, that's the major support for this gold price. Can it stay up here? It could hit these wicks and stay, sure. Is it possible this thing comes all the way down here? Yep. Fully is. Now I got the 8 EMA up here too. It may just be coming back here to do an 8 retrace. Which would be 814. But either 850 or 1800 flat. 1850 or 1800 flat. That's good numbers for gold. Look at the RSI. Son of a bitch. If you ever wanted to know when to buy and sell, look right here. What's this zone? Somebody tell me. What's this zone right here called on the RSI? What's that called? Because there's somebody watching this who doesn't know what it is. What's that called? Incorrect, Jeremy. Overbought. Absolutely. Overbought. Someone bought so much of this that the momentum pushed all the way up here to 84 on the RSI. We've seen it go as high as 100. When you see it go up into this white zone in the RSI up here, it's overbought. People have bought too much of it, and it has ran out of momentum. Now it's going to start its way down. It's going to come all the way back down here to at least the top of the purple zone. Okay, at least. You guys understand what it is. Even though you said it wrong, that's not the point. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. You know that it got into the zone where it shouldn't stay too long. And it got up there, and it's probably going to stay up there. Okay. It's going to work its way back down here to the purple zone where it has some support. We should let it play out and see what happens, okay? There you go, Nick. Sale indicator. You're damn right. Sale indicator. It's not a pattern. It's not a fractal. It's an indicator. It's an indicator. It's indicating you to sell, okay? You might miss the top by a little bit. Whatever. Take your profits and be happy about it. $1 more is $1 than you had, okay? $1 more than you had. $1 is $1 more than you had. Okay, so, you know, I'm still pretty solid on gold going up. It just needs to retrace, I think. What the hell's my dog eating now? What are you still eating? Huh? What you got? What you got? No. No. I'm not going to eat a piece of plastic. What the hell? She's going to shit that out, and it's going to be disgusting, dude. Why are you eating plastic? There's so many dog toys. Whatever. All right, so let's do Link. Oh, let's do Ren first because it's kind of a shit coin. Ren. Yep, terrible fractal. So let's go to get a real price on it here. Real price on crypto market cap, coin market cap is 59 cent. All right, so it's already hit all-time high a couple days ago. Already in. Still holding solid at 12 people here, man. That's awesome. Oh, I've already charted Ren. Here we go. I got the hiccups. My bad. All right. So what do I think about Ren? I think it's already made its move, and it's time to. You should have already sold. Oh, my phone's blowing up. Oh, yeah, okay. Just more dirty Twitter messages. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's just me getting hate mail. Yeah, so what basically, going from the top peak right here in the June area, which is what we had on every other coin, the top peak in the June area, and we're going to measure down, pull our fib from here down, and whatever that gives us out here on the other end, that's our targets. Okay, time and time again, we saw 1414 get hit, but that was because up in this area, there'd be resistance, okay? Or whatever. There'd be some chop over here. Well, this one didn't have any of that. There's no resistance over here. So it's free to go up as high as it wants. Now, what we also saw was sometimes it went up and over and come back up to the top of the 2 line and then come back down to where it's supposed to. This one went straight to 1618, our target line. If you were smart, you would have taken some right here first and then taken some here. If it goes up a little bit over it, whatever, you got your money. Be happy about it. It needs to retrace. It looks like it's coming back down to the 1 line where there's some support there. But until then, it's just coming back down some. That's my take on Ren. That's from the monthly time frame. If you were not looking at that, you'd miss that. Okay? Be smart about this. I forget who was asking me. Who was asking about Ren? Who was asking me about Ren? Ren. Who the hell asked me about Ren? I can't see it nowhere now. Did somebody delete it? Oh, it was Pepper. Okay, yeah, Pepper. Sorry, I got you. Yep, Ren did its move already, and it needs to breathe a little bit. It's going to come back down to around 14.7, maybe 15 flat would be a good number. A psychological number of 15 flat. Link. I'm in Link hold wise. That's what part of what I moved out of XRP was I moved into Link. Why? Because Link has a better chart. That's all there is to it. I don't care about anything else. Link has more short-term potential gains than XRP. Even though it looks like this, it has more short-term gains than XRP does. What did it do? It did a 1618. It actually went past it, hit the 2 line, and then it came back down to the 1618 like it should have to begin with. Okay, it overshot, and now it's correcting. This is part of it. This is what we found. The same thing happened with XRP. You had a move, it overshot, and when it overshot, now it corrects. Coming all the way back down here to R3 at least, I bet, which is 6. Well, for sure, we can say 720. I've already done that. Let's go up the weekly. Okay, yeah. So right here, we have some weekly resistance, and this is on here, 775-ish. But you could come down some to like 73, 725, something like that. And you're getting real close to the pivot line at that point. So there's a possibility it dips down to 6.5, 665. I'm not positive on that, but that's a decent number. It just needs to come down and correct some. I'm sorry, but it went too far, and it's self-correcting as such. Okay. Green candles are all fun and nice until it starts coming back down the other way on you, and it kicks you right in the dick. And if you're not ready for it, you don't see it coming. I like Link a lot, though. Okay, Link has a lot more to go. It's already over all-time high. It's been banger the whole time. Link was one of those that we should have saw when the dip happened. That Link didn't go down as far. Why? Because it already kind of found the bottom, and then the downward momentum was already kind of over. That helped it catch support and get going, which was cool. Dusk. Yeah, we have Dusk on the list. Well, Algorand would be one of them, Thurman, but everything is going to be long, okay? Short-term targets, if you want me to get down to short-term targets, I'm going to tell you to do futures. And you're not going to want to do that. So, do it Dusk. All-time high is 61 cents back in July. Interesting. The same place we've been pulling from. Okay, yeah. Here's a very elaborate chart for Dusk. I'll let you look at that for a second while I read. Okay, my goal is to find a short-term winner, something that will go first after this dump. Juan kicked me in the dick. Yeah, Juan chain ban it. Yeah. Thurman, I might do it. I mean, obviously it's hard to find, but there's always some random coin going 100% out of nowhere. It's seemingly out of nowhere. That's the thing. It seems like it's out of nowhere, but if you're looking at the right time frames and you're paying close enough attention, you start to see, that the higher time frames have some of these targets in them that we didn't see before. Hold on, I got a message. Hold up. All right. So when you see something like this, you're saying there's a good entry point would be under when it dips to 20 or hits 25 because there's support levels. Absolutely. Damn, I can't spell. You have it dead on correct. Which coin was that? Binance coin. Okay. Okay. All right. Like T-Fuel's been retracing forever. At what point does it turn up? In theory, would have been easy to go up like its high point a couple months ago. Like those resistances would be weaker. I'll show you T-Fuel in a second. Hang on. All right. So Dusk here shows us that. Okay, well, this is another one of those coins that we've already measured. It's on the list. I own some Dusk already. I actually sold this and I left this line up here. I'm going to rebuy. I only have I think $50 worth of Dusk left because I sold most of it when it started dipping, and I haven't rebought it yet. But I already have it wrote down to rebuy. I have it saved in the notes on my phone. So the interesting thing about this one is it only goes back to June. So once it finally does go, then we're looking at, way up here at 7613 as our target. And this is 3,700% from where we measured before. But I believe it's more now because the price has dipped so far. Let's have a look. Come on, tool work. Look at this shit. Come on. There we go. This is so terrible. It's this damn $10 Walmart mouse. Yeah, now look. Because dusk tumbled so hard, we're at 17,673 now. Let's go over here and make sure. I like to double check myself. You know, now there's a potential 17,000% available on dusk, which makes it more appealing to me. And I believe dusk is on Binance US, so I can buy it with fiat. All-time high was 61 cent, right? 61 cent, correct. So, why this bitch don't go to 61 cent? Well, let's pull it from 61 cent, okay? Right there. Let's pull it down to here. Okay, now this one tells us that we have, from now, 17,000% available. And this one says 17,000. Okay, there you go. Revamp our target here at 17,000%. 17,000% target. Okay, and that's just granted that it doesn't follow any even more. You know what I mean? It has a very small chart, and as you see, I say quick mover, weekly resistance only. There was no monthly resistance. We have a monthly resistance line now because we've made it, and it's gonna be right here. We'll make that red. That's the only monthly resistance line on dusk. Once it gets up over this line and gets to this little chop right here at the sniper line, she's free to run, and she's going to run well, I think. Dusk will be quicker than others. Will it blow the top off? Nothing I think is going to blow the top off exactly. Some will move quicker than others, yeah. All right, let's see here. I'm messaging some of you guys in private as I'm doing this, okay? So bear with me. All right. Let's see. Okay, so T-Fuel. Let's look at T-Fuel. Everyone's been waiting on T-Fuel, and it's just been laughing at everybody. And you know why? Because there was no support. All right. Monthly. Let's start from the month and let's work our way back, okay? Monthly lines here. At least one monthly line there. How about we put one down here? Oh, look. It seems to be sitting at support. Interesting. We also have one down here maybe somewhere. It's a tough call down here. Let's go to weekly. We're not exactly sure where you can drop down and try to find a better, more accurate reading. That looks like that needs to come down a touch. Looks like this one needs to go up a touch. Yeah, there we go. Now we add some weekly lines in here, like this one. Make that orange. It's weekly. All right. So what I'm seeing on T-Fuel is it's having a hard time breaking resistance. Let's pull a little fib on this real quick on the weekly here. From the top, measuring the downtrend. And what do we get? Oh, looky there. That is ye old 50 fib retracement. It hit the 50 and bounced down. It did not break trend. It has reversed. Hey, what's up, Sam, bro? Hey, do your thing, my man. Everybody's got to work. Good to have you. Yeah, it's all good, man. I get it. I have to work all the time. No sweat. We can't break the 50. When we don't break the 50, what happens? We continue going whichever way we were starting to. So we had this downtrend start, didn't break it, more downtrend to go. Seems to be hitting support and floating sideways. This is good. This lets it build momentum. It has to build momentum back up. You don't move charts without momentum. We're well over the 40 line on the RSI. Weekly MACD looks bad still, but flattening. It's kind of flattening a little bit. So if it wants to cruise up here on the top and do another move, that's fine, but it hasn't made its move yet. We can actually pull an even closer fib and try to get an even tighter reading from here down. And it looks like we hit the 382 and we're just kind of stuck right now. Look at the daily. Okay, daily wise. Yeah, we did a 382. That's bad. Doing a 382 is bad. It hasn't came up and popped up yet. There's a risk of this going farther down here to resistance, to support again. The good news is we know there's support there. I don't know how strong it's going to be. It looks fairly strong to me. May hold, may not. But I think we're going to test 0079, 008 on T-Fuel, 008. In my opinion, is a good target, 008. And if it can't hold, she's coming way on down, okay? I think that's a good target in my opinion. I would take 008. This down climate is a great opportunity to regroup and build chart studies, okay? That's exactly right what he just said. When you say, oh man, this sucks, I'm sick of sitting in USDT, well then chart, bro. Use your indicators and go back and study. You think I don't do that shit literally all day long? You're incorrect. I do this all day long, over and 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 over again. And why do I do that? Because I want to be the best at this. Why did Michael Jordan? There's a really interesting story about Michael Jordan, okay? It's Michael Jordan's freshman year. And he plays well. But halfway through the freshman year, Michael Jordan comes up to Roy Williams, who's then the assistant to Dean Smith. And Roy Williams is the defensive assistant, right? So Roy Williams is talking to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan says, man, look. He's like, you told me when I came here, because he helped recruit Michael Jordan, by the way. It was Dean Smith and Roy Williams and Mitch Kupchak that helped recruit Michael Jordan to North Carolina. So Michael Jordan says, Coach Williams, man, I'm not getting the ball as much as I wanted. And, I'm practicing and I'm trying hard. I'm trying just as hard as everybody else. And before the season started, Michael Jordan told them, look, man, I want to be the best that's ever played the game. I don't want to just do good. I want to be the best that's ever played the game. So Michael Jordan looks at Roy Williams and says this. He says, I'm not getting the ball as much playing time as I wanted. And Roy Williams goes, did you just say that you want the ball more? Yeah, I did. He says, so you just said that you want to be better than everybody else. You want to be the best. He said, yeah. He said, so when did you leave practice? And he said, well, I left when everybody else left. He said, all right. He said, when did you take a shower? Well, I took a shower when everybody else took a shower. He said, when did you practice free throws? I practiced free throws and everybody else did. And he looked at Michael Jordan and he said, but I thought you said you wanted to be the best. And Michael Jordan looked at him and said, okay, I'm going to go get a basketball and get some more shots up. And from then on, Michael Jordan stayed late after practice. He stayed before practice. He worked harder. He studied more film. He read more, everything. After that, he changed his mindset from, I just want to be as good as everybody else to, fuck everybody else. I'm going to be better than everybody else. And it never stopped after that. He kept going and going and going and going. For the rest of his life, he's been doing it, okay? There's nothing wrong with having that mindset, and there's no reason that you can't do the exact same damn thing with these charts. You think I'm just some kind of super genius, you're incorrect. I'm a standard dumb. Okay, I'm just a poor. I'm just one of the poors. Thing is, you give me something and you tell me to do it, I want to figure out how it works. It kind of irritates me when I don't know how it works. I want to learn it. I've spent a lot of hours doing this. And I've got a lot of time in understanding why it does and what it doesn't do. Okay. Um, it's just as simple as that. It comes down to me really stressing myself out and trying to get this shit right. Okay. Um, I can take it because I'm a grown up. I'm a grown man. I ain't gonna be no bitch about it. But I've got a lot of hours in this, and I don't know that people are doing as much as I'm doing. My question to you guys is, if you don't think you're doing as much as me, well, then how rich do you really want to be? Um, I want to be able to walk around. I want to be able to walk away from this as a multimillionaire, and I want to be able to be my own boss for the rest of my life. And I want both of my kids to be able to go to college, any college they want. All right. I have my goals, and I need the money to do that. So I've set those goals. I'm going to hit that mark. The question is, how bad do you want to be rich? How bad do you want to be rich? You have thousands of dollars worth of information at your fingertips. Okay, that Holy Grail download in the Telegram group is worth $5,000 by itself. Okay, I don't know what my time's worth to y'all. I don't know. There's no value on that. I don't know what the fuck. $10. Okay, so there's $5,010 worth of value for free in the Telegram group. You literally open it up and read it. Okay, it's got a lot of what I'm telling you in here. There's more stuff to it, but Forex is different than crypto. Forex is a lot more controlled and easier to pattern out, easier to recognize. It's just as simple as that, man. You want to be rich and you want to do great, you got to put in the time. And for those of you that say you don't have the time, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. There's no shots being taken here at Thurman, but if you've got time to play the guitar, you've got time to look at charts. And it's no different with me. If I've got time to watch football, I've got time to look at charts. I just don't want to do it. I want to watch football. I don't want to be charting. But I could be charting. You could be playing video games or you could be charting. You know what I mean? It's not a shade at anybody. But you got to be able to commit. I mean, you just got to commit, bro. I mean, whatever. What do you what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And it's a tough thing to say. Me saying this to my brother, my dopehead brother, like, what do you want to do? How bad do you want this, or do you not want it, or what do you want? What do you want? And you don't really have an answer for me. Well, I mean, that's not my problem. You're just not motivated. Get your fucking motivation up, bro. Get motivated. You want to be motivated or not? I can't speak for anybody, but put it in, man. Put the time in, bro. It's as simple as that. I want y'all guys to be rich with me. When I say that I want to go to Cyprus and I want to get our shit loaded up in Cyprus, and I want us all to be able to go to the same fucking accountant and the same bank and the same corporate attorney and handle this together. I mean, we all walk in there and say, bro, we all want to do it. Let's go. Let's go right now. And that's the end of it. And, like, that shit seems madness to me, but don't tell me it's not possible. I see 17,000% available on Dusk. Let's do some quick math. I'm going to have a buy-in back at I'm going to have a buy-in back at whenever this tanks out here. I'm going to have roughly $300 in it. So let's do $300 times 17,000%. What does that give us? 51 grand. So for $300, I'll make 51 grand if I don't touch this. Do you understand what I just said? That's just this coin alone, okay? And that's only $300. What if I had 3 grand in it? Let's do that math. 3,000 times 17,000% equals $500,000. You put 3 grand in Dusk and it runs to the top. That's $500,000. Do I need to break that down to you any farther, or do you get it? That's one coin. Look at this list I have right here. This is just the ones that we found on a Saturday. This is a big ass list. There is a $500 million worth of money in this list right here. Like, I don't know what else to say to make you understand that you can do this. You don't even have to put in as much time as me. All you got to do is pay attention and try a little bit. Like, we can all do this, you know what I mean? Let's see. I'm scared to send my kids to college, to be honest with you. The indoctrination is real. That is no friggin' joke, dude. But if they want to go, I'm gonna send them, you know what I mean? I wanted to go to college, and I wish I had have went for finance. But my dumb ass didn't go. I spent a hot 2 weeks there. What a fail. Video games are the devil. My son got his ass whooped in Madden after talking shit to me, though, by the way. He shit talked me and beat me. And I was like, son of a bitch, I'm getting old. But I beat the dog out of him Sunday. I beat the dog out of him. I was talking shit to him the whole time, too. He was getting mad, you could tell. He can't cuss me, but I can cuss him. I was giving him shit. He's getting mad. All right, right. If the 10% of them coins go, you're in that bread. Exactly. Dude, I don't even need them all to go. Just give me one. One of these goes, and that's a chunk. One goes, and that's a chunk. I'm stealing all the tier 1 coins. I'm down at the moment, but the gains are on. Exactly, Sam. See, that's the thing I was saying. Another thing, guys. Some of these coins are so bad that I don't want to risk more than $100. You know what I mean? If I make profit on them, I make profit on them. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just going to be happy about my $100 and smile about it and walk away. Whatever I make out of it, I make out of it. And if I lose that $100, I mean, I know it's $100, but in the grand scheme of things, we're nobody. $100 is nothing. So take your $100 and you smile about it. It's 2,400%, just back to the June number, but I believe it's farther than that for this one now. Yeah, that bitch is 10,000%. And so when it gets up here, it's going to have a hard time getting out, so you need to sell just before. But we'll go over that as that happens. We're nowhere near talking about that right now. We're just so far away from that. The first thing we need to concentrate on is finding this bottom. And again, I think Bitcoin's bottom is around 9,200, and I don't really think we're going to stop going down until we hit that. Looks like we're down 0.5% right now on Bitcoin. After yesterday's up. Kind of looks like we're waiting on that 8 and 21 to cut through here. High probability. And like I said, I've got my sell line set, so yeah. Okay, let's see what happens here. I don't trust this to keep coming up. I think it's gonna, and maybe tomorrow we're gonna have another green candle. The next couple of days we'll have greens and reds, and it's finally gonna push down. And when it does, it's gonna do another leg like this. Okay, another leg of down. It's going to do another one. And it's going to stop in here somewhere. When it stops in here, that closes the gap. That gap closes. Then we can either stop right there and turn around, or is Bitcoin going to give us another kick in the dick and come down farther? I'm the kind of person that believes it's going to come down farther. All right, let's see what we got. Papa Nick, 100% line, no line indoctrination. Dude, yeah. There's some schools around here that are a little bit different. Like, I don't know that they're going to want to go there. Like, Bob Jones University down here in Spartanburg is an all-male school. That's no fun. I get it. Then we have Southern Wesleyan. We've got Limestone. Limestone College. We've got Gardner-Webb, which are private universities that are pretty good, and they're not too psycho. Um, they're not state schools; they're private schools. You know what I mean? So they can kind of teach what they want, which is pretty neat. And if they want to go to one of those, I think I would be really happy about that. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think one's going to want to go to South Carolina and one's going to want to go to North Carolina. And, well, those are liberal arts schools. So, all right. So let's see. What do I think of VRA? Let's look. Yeah, Thurman App State is a really nice school. But it's more of a girls' school, in my opinion. A lot of teachers go there. It's an educational college, like you would teach. You become a teacher from there. Um, yeah, Jeremy can tell you about ECU Thurman because he actually went there for a little bit. Yeah, I could tell the story about that too, Thurman. Uh, boy, I could tell the story about that, Thurman. Oh God, I don't even want to start because they might be watching this video. I will literally be in court over that, so I'm going to stop. Um, let's see. Colleges turned into an industry, absolutely. Um, let's see. All right, gold is at 1886 right now, and let's do VRA first. We got Qcoin and Bittrex. Oh, that's a shitty chart. VRA, USD. Hit bid is better. Oh, we looked at this one before, didn't we? VRA Veracity. All-time high of 0022. 0022 VRA. Man, this is another one of those hard ones, dude. This one kind of looks like RSR. RSR has a different leg up, though. Man, this shit's tough, bro. These weird looking charts like this with no data are so hard to chart. You're kind of guessing a little bit. Definitely resistance here. That's a monthly one, too. That's a lot of hits. Okay, and then we got another here. Yep, touch there. Many touches. For sure we got one down here. Somewhere around this area. There, maybe. Yeah, that's pretty close. A lot of hits right there. That's pretty close. Well, the good news is I think we're going to catch support here. Maybe another one in here too. Dude, that's a lot of fucking lines. These weird little fractals like this are so weird, dude. And this one needs to be orange. Okay. Well, it looks like we hit support, but it's rolling over. So there's a risk of this thing dipping back down to ugly territory here. Because we would be coming from the bottom here, coming up to the top. Like that. Yeah, that would put us at 0006 on Veracity. 0006. That's tough. All right. See, that's the thing, Darth. Me and Jeremy learned about drugs way before college. We learned about drugs in elementary school, bro. I made it a year, got sent home for a semester on academic suspension, and I never went back. Single-handedly the worst decision of my life. uh, yeah. Bro, oh my God, Nick. H bar. Ah, I hate H bar because no matter how I've ever bought it, all it's ever done is puked in my face. But it's a one. It's a one coin. And that like that's like I'm trying to be non-emotional about it and be like, nope, it's a one, so we're good. Started smoking when you were 12. When was the first time I smoked weed? That would be fourth grade. No, yeah, it was fourth grade because that was the year I got in trouble for shooting staples across the room, and I hit a little boy under the eye with a staple, and I got kicked out of school that day. Um, so that would be 10, 10 or 11 years old. But my mom had a big plate of weed with like a band. It was like a bandana plate, and it was always under her bed. So I would just get some, and I didn't do it for a while because I was scared because I figured she would knew I did it. So I waited till she had enough, like probably an ounce, and I took some, and I didn't know how to do it, so I just put it on a paper plate and lit it and watched it burn and then smoked the smoke in. I just didn't know then. And as a 10-year-old, of course, it fucked me all up. But then it got worse probably when I was like, I just did that every once in a while, try to be cool. But then probably when I was, let's see, seventh grade. Seventh grade was Heather Mooney. Eighth grade was Heather Mooney again. Ninth grade. Let's see. That must have been 10th grade or ninth grade. That would have put me at 13 or 14. But these trailer park whores that I live near. One of the trailer park whores that I live near was friends with another trailer park whore from a different trailer park. And yes, this is all a fucking true story, by the way. Sorry, I'm from the trailer hood. What do you want me to do? But so one trailer hood girl was friends with another, and she smashed. She was hot on me. Okay, all right. She wanted me to. She was sweet on me. Okay. You remember Sheena, right, Jeremy? You remember Sheena? All right. Well, she had been crushing on me since we were like little kids. Oh God, dude, he remembers her. Fucking Jesus Christ. So anyway, uh, her brother was older than us. Her brother was like 19 or 20, and he didn't give a damn. And he had to hook up on weed. So he would get weed and smoke it, and he would let her have some. Well, I wasn't interested in her at the time. I was interested in their friend, who wasn't interested in me at all. But I wanted to hang out with them because if I hung out with them, then I'd get to be part of their little clique, and I'd maybe get laid, you know. My idea was we'd all get drunk enough or we'd get high enough, and I'd get laid or get a blowjob or something. Um, but I remember I got some weed from him, and they were blowing shotguns, and I got super super high. Um, and we're blowing shotguns, and then I needed to go home, so he gave me a ride back home from her house, and her mom worked second shift. She was never home. Um, and I remember walking in the door, and I was stoned out of my mind. And my mom's like, "Hey, where you been?" I was like, friend's house." And I remember her like I knew I was smiling from ear to ear and cheesing and stuff. But from there it got worse. And I remember one time, so Dina was the first trailer park whore. Okay, she oh my God, She wanted me to be able to, she knew my mom had weed, and she wanted me to get her the weed. So I didn't want to take a lot because I knew my mom would know. So what I did was I just took a little bit and I put it in a bag full of lawnmower grass clippings off the bottom of the lawnmower. And I put it in the bag. And because my mom actually had good stuff at that time, it was strong smelling. So I sold her that for $20. Oh my God, I'll never forget I did that shit, dude. And I put the weed in the mailbox and did the whole thing. Oh my God, I was such a fucking idiot, dude. God, I was such an idiot. Ah. Anyway, Sheena's dead now. She got high. She had two kids. She got high in her car and drove down 161 in Kings Mountain and hit a transfer truck head on and died. Crazy shit, bro. Let's see. Bro, I'm telling you, Nick, it's not even a joke, dude. There was. Okay, so I was interested in the Nikki girl, okay? Her name was Nikki. But she wasn't interested in me. The girls that were interested in me was Sheena and Dina and Camille and the fuck was the other girl's name? Was it Rachel? But I wasn't interested in none of them. But all them whores wanted me. And I didn't want anything to do with them because they wanted me. I didn't want anything to do with them. I felt like they were too easy or whatever. It was wild, dude. It was a fucking crazy life, bro. It's been a crazy. I'm telling y'all, I don't know how I'm alive. It's been a crazy life. Me and Jeremy used to cruise all the time. We hung out with people we never should have hung out with. I got in fights at the car wash in Gastonia so many times. Had my ass beat. Got put in handcuffs. The house parties that I went to and got super blasted. Like, oh my God. I have no idea how I'm alive, okay? Oh my God. Bro, of course it's recording. I don't care. It's over. It's all good. Oh man, let's see. Somehow I'm always going after the friend that doesn't like me while the one that does like me I'm not into. Absolutely, bro. That was my childhood. I know, right, bro? I know it's a morbid ending, but dude, like, whatever. That's my life, homie. Like I remember seeing the thing in the paper and I was like, bro, she's dead. The fuck? I was like, man, she never changed. Like she never grew up. You know what I mean? She stayed a teenager into her late 20s. She stayed a teenager, and I grew out of that. You know what I mean? But she didn't. I was challenged. You know what I mean? So she just wasn't challenged. Bro, listen. Me and Jeremy started our own car club back in the day. It was so awesome. It was so terrible and so awesome. We had fucking ball though. I had zero business being in that club. Oh man, it was good times. Like I look back on it and realize how much fun it was, but dude, we were so stupid. God, we were so stupid. Do you realize how many times we could have got shot, Jeremy? Like parking at the car wash, blasting our radios as loud as possible in the hood. Like two white kids in the hood playing their music as loud as they could. Like there's multiple times we could have been robbed and killed. Multiple. So stupid. We would park at the gas station and just watch people drive by, and it would be like 11:30 or 12 o'clock, and the drug dealers would come out with their donks. Oh my God. Oh, you're talking about the lettering with the chick beside the letter, Jeremy? Oh my God, we'll try the same life in Cyprus, Ricky. Oh my God, dude, don't you do it. H bar. I'm sorry. I got off on a fucking tangent. Oh, the dripping font. Dude, I'm going to find it on Photoshop and make one tomorrow. What am I doing? What am I doing? All-time high is 41.6 in September. 41.6 on H bar in September. Is that correct? Nope. So 41.6. Right, okay, so if you look at it from this angle, at 41.6, all the way down to the all-time low, and then back up. From this point that we're at right now, if we didn't drop any more, shit, here we go. 41%. Let's see, 41.6. All the way to 1618. That's 12,000%. That's a solid return, man. Solid return. Can't really whine about that. That's what XRP is. And I'm going to tell you, XRP is actually 12,000% with 13 resistance lines. You know, H-bar has like 2 or 3 resistance lines. In my opinion, H-bar is a better value time and return wise, ROE wise, than XRP is. But the problem is every time I put money in H-bar, it goes sideways or down. And the chart looks like it's not supposed to do it, but it continues to do it. It sucks. Well, see, the thing is, Darth, I don't know if we need bodyguards or not, because all of our assets will be digital. So we don't even have to have anything but a cell phone. And even if we only have a cell phone, we don't even have to have that. All we have to have is a flash drive. And we don't even have to have a flash drive. All I need is to be able to use the computer at the bank to pull up my Binance to deposit money. I could go over there empty-handed. That's the beauty of what we're doing, as opposed to taking cash. Yeah, I think Avatar has some connections there, man. He's been talking to me about it, and I'm trying to work it out. I promise. When's a good entry point on H-bar? Never. Oh, God. Absolutely, Nick. Real quick, an explanation on Cyprus. Cyprus is a Mediterranean island. It's beautiful. They have zero tax on cryptocurrencies in Cyprus. They have zero capital gains taxes. You can make your earnings, deposit your cryptocurrency earnings into an account in Cyprus, and then wire money from Cyprus to other places, wherever you like. The problem is in Cyprus is you need a legit business, and you need an attorney, and you need other stuff, okay? So that's up to you to take care of legally. I'm already handling my end on it legally. It's up to you to take care of legally also. These things are perfectly legal, and the steps can be followed if you don't mind Googling it a little bit before you go to sleep. There's other nations also that be willing to help you, like Germany, Switzerland, Holland, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Portugal. I believe Bolivia is doing it also, but I'm not positive on that. Malaysia, Singapore, Bali, and one other are all crypto tax free. Now, am I saying I'm going to evade taxes? Absolutely not. I'm going to pay taxes. So anyone who's listening to this, I'm going to pay taxes. Okay? I'm going to pay taxes. I'm going to pay taxes. I'm going to pay all the taxes. I'm going to pay them all. Anybody who needs a tax, I got you. I'm paying taxes. Okay? Y'all all got that? I'm paying taxes. There we go. All right, good entry point on H-bar. Oh, God. All right. So if we come up to here and we look, it appears that we got sniped a bit. All right. So if I was going to buy this now, I want to find a real entry point here. There's no here. There's got to be one in here somewhere. I may have already missed that one. Like maybe here. Is that a spot? Yeah, looks like we're under this one. Let's go down to the weekly and maybe get a better view of the price action here. Okay, yeah, that's better. So we got a line. It looks like it's got to be in here. So we're under this one. That's not good. Got another one down here. All right, so a good buy-in right now on H bar would be 0.022 or 0.023. 0.023 on H bar would be a good buy-in point because it's going to come down more. How much more? At least that far. It could come all the way down here to 0.015 to 786. Fully possible. Plausible, I don't know, but it's fully possible. Plausible, in my opinion, is 0.22. 0.225. 0.227. Let's call it that. 0.227 would be a good buy. And it's going to take a while to get down there, okay? Because it's going to get hung up right here. There's resistance here. That's weekly resistance. So if you wanted to buy here first at 0.026, that's respectable. And then buy a little more here. Like split it up, maybe 70-30 or 60-40 between these two lines. Then you're in a good spot, I think. Now it's got to get through all this shit up here afterwards. It's going to get hung up and stuff. But after that, it's free to run. So that's why I say H bar is a one that has really good returns with low resistance. And I hate to make it a one, but that's the way it works. I try to be unbiased. I'm off topic, but I'm on topic, bro. Nick said it's the best stream yet because you're off topic, but I'm on topic. But I only bring up these topics because I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here and I'm charting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to make the best of what I got. Which big percentages have the most liquidity? Great question. Okay, so let's pull that up. Okay, so MTV, ENQ, Spend, no. They're on Qcoin. They have low volume. Okay, the first coin that I think that has the most percentage possible is either Myth, One, or Algo. Mithril, One Harmony, and Algorand have good liquidity, and they're all ones. Okay? For sure. Those three have good liquidity. After that, Phoenix Red or Phoenix Rising, Red Pulse Phoenix. I'm sorry, PHB right here. This one has good liquidity too. It's on Binance. This is a good one here. H bar and Cocos, they have good liquidity. Cocos has medium good liquidity. Okay. Medium good. Ontology has great liquidity. Great liquidity on Ontology. I would put that up here too. Up there with Myth and One and Algo. Okay, so that's the ones. I'm not sure about RLC yet. I'm not sure on that one. All of them on Binance have pretty good liquidity, okay? If you have to go to Qcoin, it has low liquidity, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. You may have to cash out in Ethereum or Bitcoin and USDT to get all of your buy orders filled or sell orders filled. As far as the twos go, Substratum has pretty good liquidity. Fetch, good liquidity. QKC, good liquidity. That's why I made it a 2. Okay. Bolt, nope. AOA, TKY and TRY, terrible liquidity. Neo, decent liquidity. Luna, even though it's on Binance, I'm not going to take another shot, so I'm not mentioning this coin, but it's got good liquidity. And then you're getting into the threes. So of those, I would say Algo for sure, One Harmony, Mithril, Ontology, Dusk, Red Pulse Phoenix, H-Bar, and Cocos. That's 8 coins that have good liquidity on Binance that you can put some money in and get your buy order and sell order filled and make a lot of percent, in my opinion. Are they all ready to buy right this second? No. But I would have eyes on them and being ready to buy in any one of those that I just mentioned, okay? Because they're all a lot of returns. Okay, got some really good info tonight. Thank you. You're very welcome, bro. That's the whole point. Let's see those watch lists prepped and ready. I feel like we're going to be watching them, getting them soon. Yeah. So look, you can make these lists however many lists you want. All you got to do is click here, and on right here it says monthly big hitters. I have coins that are ahead and the watch list. Okay. You want to make a new list, you click create a new list. After you click create a new list, you type in the symbol you want to add, and it pops up on your list. You can rearrange them if you'd like. If you want to add colors, you just click over here and pick a color that you'd like. Okay, up to you. You can sort them how you want. But I like to sort mine the way I've got them. I have a watch list of regular coins that I either have invested in or invested in currently. Random stuff, I had a Forex list. I removed it. I had a futures list. I might put that back up. Then I have this list of coins that are ahead on their moves that have already made this June 19 and up move. All these have made that. Digibyte's still flirting with disaster here. And if you don't understand what I'm saying about Digibyte, look how many months it's had of red. In the last 6 months, none. No red candles in 6 months. This thing is going to come back down. And it's going to come back down and piss people off. So you better be prepared. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. It'll go back up, I'm sure. It's got some chop to hit right here, okay? It's hitting this resistance and it's going to fail and come down and cup out, in my opinion, and actually run that 3 to 7 month cup, because that's how long a cup and a handle is really forms. Okay, not it wants to make 2 cups, it wants to make 6 cups. That's not how it works. It's incorrect. Algo's the closest by. One Harmony, Ontology, RLC are all really close to buy. Okay, they're really close. It's also Link, ADA. XLM has a better chart than XRP, but it's still not quite ready. So there's a lot of them out there. All right, look, it's almost 2 a.m. I had an awesome time tonight. I only had to take 1 shot. I feel better than taking 4 shots, that's for sure. Everyone used to tell me to not keep the crypto on the exchange, but I put my algo on Coinbase so I could set that 29-cent stop loss. Okay, the people who told you to take your shit off of the exchange are the same people who have promo codes for the ledger that you're putting it on. Okay, so think about that. The exchanges are fairly safe. They're fairly safe. Are they encrypted to the top? No, but they're pretty safe. If you're freaked out about losing your money, keep it on the ledger. If you want to trade, you can't keep it on the ledger because you need to be able to get it on and off and on and off and on and off. And it takes time. And unless it's XRP, it's slow. That's the one good thing about XRP is it transfers quickly, which I like. So once we get you a Binance set up, Nick, you're really going to be feeling good about that because they are a shit ton of coins on there to trade. And we need to get that fixed up for you so we can get you on there. All right. Well, anyway, appreciate everybody showing up. I'm going to hit the Telegram group back. I'm not tonight because it's almost 2 a.m. I'm going to take this dog out and take a dump, and then I'm going to bed. So I will be back up at 5:30. Yes, Ledgers takes fees. I'll be back up at 5:30, and we'll be hitting it from 5:30 till midnight tomorrow. I'm probably going to try to get laid tomorrow, so I probably won't stay up too late. And then we'll have another class on Thursday where I'll try going over another indicator and probably start with some of the other simple indicators and work our way up. Okay? Alrighty. I appreciate everybody showing up. Y'all guys were kick ass.